And we're live. Uh, before I go saying morning thoughts and doing an intro and all that, everybody that's tuned in, you're the finest. To Irie, Miss Goldie Robinson, Nans, Earners, 777. Can somebody give me some feedback, please, to let me know if you can hear me? Because I was having some difficulty with the mic just now. For some reason, the mic just stopped working. And then I did some things and don't know if it is working or not. So I don't want to get too far into the live and then me hear SouFLo, we can't hear you. So are we working? Can you hear me? Can you hear me out there? Just give me a yes or loud and clear. To Ari, thank you. I appreciate you greatly. All right. Big up yourself. Manners and respect. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay at home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards and the school teachers, law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, military personnel. Whatever your job description is, shout out to you. You get up, you get out, you work for yours, you're not stealing from anybody else, and you're not begging. Big up yourself. Are you where I talk about? Productivity and progress is what we promote, and that's what we deal with, right? Hardworking people. Here we are on this beautiful Wednesday morning. I believe it's Wednesday. Today is the 19th of August, 2026, and we're happy to be here. I feel like my brain is glitching. I don't know why. I woke up this morning and run 5 miles. Cause me say a fitness me I deal with and lose weight and keep weight off and trim up the body and things. And me get up and run 5 miles and now me feel like me want to sleep for the rest of the day. So if I fall asleep in the middle of this if I fall asleep in the middle of this live, don't hold it against me here. But remember, say man, I get up in a age and me don't know. Me test my stamina this morning and boy, it rough out there. Anyhow, here we are. We got a couple of things to talk about this morning, which we're gonna dive right into because we don't really have a lot of time. Just to put you in my personal business, cause you know we go already. Me always talk my business to you, cause you are my family at this point. So I have two children already off to school. They're on campus, far away. We don't know that already. I have one more that goes to a different university, and he has a couple of days left before he has to go back. So we are looking at getting a car for him. Him want to go car shopping, and daddy have to go car shopping with him today. So between car shopping and then going to pick the kids up, wife is there here now and she can pick up the kids them from school, but me want to pick them up from school because I enjoy dropping them off, picking them up because it's something that you know they'll never forget. And not only that, the way how my life is going, I could be somewhere else at any time for an extended period of time and won't be around to do it. So I want to do all these things while I'm here and I can do it. So this is balancing professional life along with family life, along with extracurricular activities and whatever else need to go on. So 2 hours and 2 hours max this morning, 2 hours 15 minutes maybe. We're gonna have to end this live, all right? Come, we have some things out here what we need to do and get this other young man on his way. Once we do that, then we can get back to the long lives in the mornings. Anyway, no long talking. Sketel, first one. Wicked Clarendon woman, second one. Hospital death probe, third one. And why so many people are leaving the United States of America in record numbers, fourth one. I don't know if you know it, but there's a mass exodus going on in the United States of America. I know you come from the Caribbean or you come from the immigrant community. Most of you who are here, you are from the immigrant community, or even if you were born here, you are probably by extension associated with the immigrant, the immigrant community. Um, I know you're used to people running to the US, right? Want go foreign, want go America. Things must better over there. But I want to tell you that there are a lot of people who are leaving We're talking about citizens of the United States of America. A lot of them were born here, were raised here, and they are leaving, and they are leaving in record numbers. I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. Let me get this one out of the way first, then we can get into the Clarendon woman story, and we can get into the hospital death probe and the Sketel story. All right. Um, so far, there's an estimated 180,000 American citizens who have moved out of the United States of America completely, just for this year alone, from January to where we are at now, 180,000. This is contributing to a net negative migration deficit of roughly 150,000 people. This is a phenomenon that was not been recorded at this rate since the Great Depression. Data from over 50 countries point to a rising structural wave of ordinary Americans relocating to foreign countries permanently rather than just elite expatriates. It's not people who are retiring and deciding I'm going to go live in Panama or Jamaica because my dollars is going to stretch farther. These aren't people who, the elite expatriates them. This is normal family, young children picking up their whole family and exiting the United States of America. The funny thing is, as they are exiting, many more from foreign countries are pushing to get their way in. So, quite interesting, right? Um, Couple of the things that they said are contributing to this. If you ask me, I think the US has become a very hostile place. And I know that some people are going to say, well, not you, but some people who call themselves patriotic. When they hear people like me talk, right, and we say stuff like what I'm about to say, them always say, well, if you don't like it, leave then. Then I have to inform them that, yo, I paid in blood to be able to voice my opinion. So at least let me voice my opinion. I think that a lot of people are leaving the United States of America because the United States of America has become super hostile to live in. I mean, there have been things that were going on along all over the years, right? We've always, as black people, whether you were American born or a foreign black person, you've always been weary and aware that certain things could turn dangerous for you, like a simple traffic stop. Police officers stop you to say that you did not signal going left. You just made an illegal left turn, and before you know it, you're dead or you're on the ground. Your face is touching the pavement, kind of thing, or your children are not treated like children. They are seen as adults. They're quick to charge them as adults too, and they treat them like adults. Just a list of things. You know what I mean? That have always been there. But I feel like under this new administration, what is not so new anymore, because this man got put in the White House since quite some time now, 2025, March of 2025, right? He assumed. It has become super hostile environment. Y'all see what's going on out here. I woke up yesterday and saw news said that your Florida driver's license, now I live in Florida, it says that your Florida driver's license is now required to bear your immigration status on your driver's license. And they showed an example of what the new driver's license for Florida will look like. I don't know all my other Floridians who are here, who are immigrants or from the immigrant community. I don't know if you're aware of the new driver's license that's coming out. I didn't read too much into it yet because I don't know if they are going to want us to switch our old driver's license to that new driver license, or if it's going to be a mandatory requirement, or if this is even going to go nationwide, where every state in the United States of America requires that you verify your status, and your status is placed on your driver's license. It's in a big, bold, red letter, glaring at the bottom of the driver's license. It's huge, you can't miss it. As soon as you pull it out, that's the first thing I saw on the new driver's license. So with so many people exiting the country, and you have to think about, damn, why we came here. Or why did our parents and our family members come here? They came here because they thought this was the land of milk and honey. They thought the American dream was attainable to them too. They thought this is probably the best place to live on earth, kind of thing. And I think that is slowly fading for a lot of people. I think it's becoming more and more less attainable for a lot more people as well, especially the liberty and happiness part, especially that part. You can make money, but are you going to be happy? Are you going to be safe? Do you feel like you're in a pressure cooker all the time versus feeling like, freedom? So I don't think a lot of people are feeling the freedom so much anymore. And that's why they are exiting the great United States of America. This is not my numbers, and I'm not guessing. The numbers are right here. Saban TV says I was one of them. Back to beautiful Canada. What? What our name so? It's Canada? Oh, Canada. I thought you were spelling some different country name that I've never seen before. So back to beautiful Canada. I don't want to be in a country where I have to walk around with a passport every day and feel targeted because I'm black or Hispanic. F Trump. Well, like I said, the place has become hostile, and a lot of people are feeling it. And not just people of color, because a majority of the people who have left are actually Caucasian people, not people of color. They're heading for different places. They're heading for places that are more diversified. They're actually, some of them are heading for places that are predominantly black countries. Like some of them have gone to Jamaica. Some of them have taken up new citizenship in Jamaica. Some of them have moved to Jamaica. I was watching a video the other day of a couple of videos. One of a African American couple that now lives in Jamaica, and couple of them are Caucasian people from the United States of America that have moved to Jamaica. Some with their whole family, and some with just the husband and the wife, and some just the woman by herself, and some just the man by himself. And I thought, damn, there's a lot of people that's moving to Jamaica, while there are a lot of Jamaicans that's trying to get the hell up out of Jamaica. And I can't help but to think that they're moving to other Caribbean islands the same way too, with a number of 180,000 gone from January till now. I'm sure Jamaica didn't take in 180,000, so there are other places. I'm thinking they're in places like Panama, they're in places like probably Trinidad and Tobago, Grenada, Guyana, Antigua, Barbuda, St. Vincent, the Caribbean. People are up for the Caribbean life now. They are saying that it is a less stressful life. And the majority of the Caribbean is relatively, I wouldn't say crime free, but the kind of crime, the level of crime that some of these Caribbean islands experience is like the Cayman Islands. The level of crime the Cayman Islands is tiny. The level of crime they experience, though, is almost none. So people are looking at those things, police pressure. People are feeling like they're living in a police state in the United States of America. That's another thing. I said on my morning notification, Monday morning when I didn't go live, I went to drop the kids to school, and my city where I live in Florida, there's always an armed guard at my children's school. So, it make you feel safe, sir. There's somebody there who stands guard all day, and that's his job, and he's there. Everybody knows him because we pull up every day and see him. Well, now, I pulled in on Monday morning, and the first thing I noticed was on the outer perimeters, like a block away from the school, there were 3 police cruisers at different corners. So in the infantry, we do something that's called outer cordon security and inner cordon security. I tell people all the time, if you try to escape from like a base, you are going to have to go through 3 rings of security to get out. If the first one didn't catch you, the second or the third will. So now I realize that they've done that to the kids' school. And as a parent, of course, me feel safer. But then I'm thinking every corner I turn is police now. every corner I turn is police. So I saw those. And then by the time I got into the school now to go pick up the kids, because the school that my kids go to, you have to join a line and you know the car loop. Typical Florida thing. I don't know if anybody else does it, but join the car loop. So I'm in the car loop and we're going through, going through, going through. You pick your kids up, and I realize them have police in the school now with canine dogs. And I'm thinking, damn, what's next? The next thing that's coming is probably going to be a metal detector that the children will have to go through as well. You're not allowed to visit that school. You can only go during school days. You can only go in through the front office, and you can't just go into the front office either. You can't pull the door and just walk in. You have to walk up to the walkway. They have you on camera first. They see you, they verify you, then them open the door, let you in, and now you're in another secured area where you talk to them actually behind glass. And from there, anything you have to give them, you have to push it under the glass and stuff. And then suppose you have to go see your kid. That's the process you have to go through. So some people are getting tired of all these things though. We are looking at it like good security measure. I want to give you an example of what this means, right? If you look at Jamaica and you look at a lot of the houses in Jamaica, and you will realize that a lot of the houses have burglar bars on them. And over the years, we've gotten desensitized. Now them say if you know them to whole country and cause them own issue. That take up our spaces. You're the finest. I just read the comment. I just read your comment. So in Jamaica, we have burglar bars for almost every house. If you have built a house right now, somebody are gonna tell us, make sure you put on the burglar bar. Them, people we broke in it when you're not there, and then we broke in it when you're there here too. Then they even told you now they're like, no, nobody don't put burglar bar on the outside no more, cause them throw a chain on it and use truck and drag off the burglar bar, pop it out of the concrete or bend it up and still go in. Put them on the inside of your house now, which makes it harder for criminals to get in. Over the years, Jamaicans didn't realize that the crime rate did not go up. Why? We did a burglar bar up everything. And in essence, what we were actually doing was we were burglar barring, locking ourselves in our own residence behind bars in order to feel safe in our own country. So now me I wonder if that go on in the United States of America, yeah, where this over policing is actually a necessity. You know what I'm saying? Because we found the burglar bars to be a necessity, and we started looking at it like, well, we need it. So no make no sense cry about it, and it don't make no sense call them ugly. You might as well get a good welder who can give you some nice designs in your burglar bar. So while you have it as a safety mechanism, it still look good on the house same way. Kind of like the same thing that's happening with this whole heap of police. I kid you not. Leave out of my driveway and drive down the street to get to the gym. My gym is about 5 to 7 minutes drive from my house. Not far. By the time me drive out of my driveway, so one police pull past the back of my car before me can turn it to go out in a main street. By the time me get to the first light up the road, which is half a block, and turn, bus a right, police sit down on the corner there so. By the time I complete that stretch of road for bus a left to go to the street where my gym is on, next police sit down right there so at the gas station. One on the median, in the middle of the median, lights off, just looking. One in the parking lot to the Walmart that is next to my gym. By the time I get there, I say, damn. I just counted like in 5 minutes in one little area, I count like 5, 6, 7 police cruisers. You know? I don't know, man, but people are running away. They're saying because here are the key drivers of this exodus. They're saying that cost of living in the United States of America has become something that is unaffordable for a lot of people. I don't see Marie's message 411 TV yet, but if you're in here, morning. Marie, Saban TV said even American citizens walk in the streets in fear in their own country. And then they're overseas in Haiti saying on camera that they walk the streets at night and they're fine. So do the maths to that. Do the maths to that. Cost of living is one of the biggest drivers. High domestic inflation, expensive housing, and unattainable domestic home ownership are pushing people out. Um, and I can attest to that. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yeah, my name's also
Morning,
your
family.
volume low.
My volume
Your
low.
volume low. Yeah, volume low.
All right. How my sound now?
Alright.
I want
Still
somebody.
low.
It's still low.
You know.
Okay, I don't know. My mic is not lighting up,
Yeah, you're
so
coming up, you're coming up, you're coming up.
I'm coming up.
Yeah, you're coming up.
You know, say I probably the picnic them come out here, come mess with or something. Yeah. Okay, okay, I see it. I see it. The lights are on it. I have one of them high tech mic here, and I think the kids came out here, and I should be good now.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
All right, brother. I appreciate the feedback, see?
Alright.
All right. So somebody else couldn't tell me something did low. All this time of day I talk and I probably not even hear half of what I said. On the day I listen to me, I hope you could I hear me, Anyway, Mistress B says you're fine. Your volume is fine on my side. Okay, so now I have the mic turned way up. Anyway, it's loud and clear, says Roddy's daughter. All right, Roddy's daughter. Thank you. I appreciate the feedback. You know, sometimes when people call in and say, SouFLo, I can't hear your volume low. And it's not my device, it's their device. And I'm over here making all kinds of changes. I really need to look at the audience and ask the audience who has been listening for the longest for a feedback. Because if majority of you are saying that it's good, then more than likely it's good on a FIDEM device, right? Right. Flo, you was high. I don't know about being low. Gerald, big up yourself, bro. Nans Wagwan, big up yourself. Um, there's somebody else. I just opened that email this morning. Don't think I'm ignoring you. I'm busy as hell. When I leave here, I'm going to do this thing with my son and all these other kind of things. So I'll get to your email because I wanted to sit and actually answer you constructively. You know who you are. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hello, morning.
Morning, family. How you doing?
I'm good. No, but they tell you say you low for true.
Me low for true.
Yeah, man, but it's all right now.
Okay. So
So another person device. So when me hear him calling me, I say, well, at least I know me something wrong with him. I say, oh, you low so this morning.
Okay.
But it's all right now.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, man, cool. Yeah,
Cool.
man, cool.
Yeah. The mic did turn down for true though. It did turn all the way down. Cause when I started the live, the mic wasn't lighting up. So if the mic don't light up, you see this? If the mic not light up like this, if the mic just black and me not get no light on it, then it's not working. And when we went to go start the live, that's why I start so later. I actually started 15 minutes later than I should have. When I went to go start the live, the mic was not lighting up, and I was like, damn. Some of them are frustrated. Shakira here trying to help me to find out. She had do her techie thing to find out which part, like, is it plugged in? Is it what? Is it not? And in doing that, I turned the volume all the way down on it and didn't realize that I was doing that. Cause me did just, when you don't know what you do, but you just try anything and hope something work. And that me did I do. I was I was trying anything to hope something works. So I turned down this and I turned that and I knocked this on the top. So on. Anyway, we're good to go now. All right, so let's run through this and get to our next topic, okay? So cost of living is one. People are saying that housing is a big deal. How someone live in New York and them kind of place there? Yo, the rent in New York, just for rent in New York is just astronomical, crazy. The amount of money they pay for a one-bedroom apartment in New York is just friggin' crazy unless you're up on some kind of deal with somebody. When I was living in Brooklyn, there was an old lady who, I don't know what her situation was with her apartment, but she got tired of Brooklyn because she had been there her whole life and she was deciding to move to the South where life was slower. So when she was leaving, she said if I wanted her apartment, she would give it to me at the same rate that she had been paying for all these years. So however we did that paperwork, me end up pay what she did not pay. And at that time, I was paying $850 a month for a one bedroom. I went away for a few years, right? I was in Germany at the time, and I was like, I'm heading back stateside, so I'm gonna look for an apartment in Brooklyn. So I'm gonna move back to New York, but I want to live in the same building I was living in. When I went to go look up how much for a one bedroom in that building, come I couldn't get the same deal because I gave it up because the lady gone, and so I gave that up and I was gone for years. So when I got back now, when I looked up how much it was, that same one bedroom apartment there was, I believe it was for $2,500 for the one bedroom in the same building. And I'm like, there is no damn way a one bedroom at 2,500, and that was then. I can't tell you where it is now. So people pay some crazy prices. Yes, Farron, that's what I'm saying. The one bedroom that I used to have for I think it's 780 or 850. It was 750 first, and then raised it to 8 something by the time I left there. I think they raised it to like 850 or 8 something. But I know it was under $900 for sure. Uh, and when I got it, I started paying 750, and I was there for 7 years in it. So, over time, then they raised it little till by the time me left, it did reach 8 something. But when I was on my way back and look, and it reached 2,500, I mean, I say how a $850 apartment reached 2,500 a month. Who are living at that? But one thing I noticed too is a lot of people, especially in Brooklyn where I was, man, it was like a family of 10 will live in a 2 bedroom apartment or a 3 bedroom apartment. The living room is a bedroom, the bedroom, them have 4 or 5 people in each bedroom and these kind of things. So bicycle parking at the house or in the drive, in the hallway, or it's hanging somewhere in the kitchen or something like that. Or they put it on the fire escape. I don't know. It's like really compact kind of living. And I ask a lot of people, why you stay here? Why you don't move to another state? The vibe. They say it's the vibe. Some people say it's the money because you can make a lot of money in New York. But I'm telling you, you can make a lot of money in New York, but that money go fast just like how you make it. I think in the South, at least when you make the money, you get to hold on to some of the money. If you get to a place where you can make good money. And nowadays, lots of opportunities out there to make good money. Even if you have to start off working 2 jobs, you can do it, make good money, and then situate yourself in a way where you could work your way into just one job, you know what I'm saying? And maybe a little part-time thing on the side. It's a part of the struggle coming up and all these things. But New York, boy, New York expensive, narrated. Anyway, cost of living is one of the things. Housing affordability, domestic affordability, attainability, expensive, again, domestic inflation rather. And then the next one is political polarization. Deep social and political anxiety is what a lot of people have given as the excuse, not excuse, the explanation for why they have left the United States of America. Deep social and political anxiety. Delusions, residents across the political spectrum. Delusions of residents across the political spectrum and deep social and political anxieties. Yeah. I was watching, I forgot what they were having the other day. Oh, the unveiling of the Obama, is it the Obama, what you call them something there again? There's one, the museum. Well, when I was living in New York, I used to live right by the Brooklyn Museum. So, the museum, the unveiling, I was watching that, the unveiling of the Obama Museum. And, all the other presidents who are alive showed up, except for the current president, right? And I was taken aback by the way how they communicated with each other, which brought my memory back to times gone by in politics. Sir, this is the most hostile the United States of America has ever been politically in my lifetime. Because back in the day, even heading right up to now, it was understood that okay, you're gonna vote Republican, or you voted Republican, or you voted Democrat, or okay, and there were some discontent. It wasn't always perfect. There was some discontent, but among the leaders, there was always, even when they would run smear campaigns, there was always still a level of dignity. This is as mucky as it has ever gotten, to the point where now it's like scary. You know what I mean? I've never seen where people will hurt you physically or want to hurt you physically and have made up names for you and the side that you've chosen to vote on, and they are rallying against you to the point where if them catch you out the door, then will string you up by your neck. So it's gotten to that, and this is what the people are saying: deep social and political anxiety. A lot of people, social anxiety as well is, can I go to a grocery store and just simply shop for groceries on a Saturday afternoon without worrying that there will be a mass shooting at this grocery store? That's another reason why a lot of people are leaving. They're saying people have high-powered weapons in the United States of America. Government's not doing anything about it. If anything, they're loosening the gun laws to give people more access to more dangerous guns that law enforcement officials should probably be the only ones carrying, kind of thing. Why do you need to open carry a AR-15 with a 30 round magazine lodged in it out in public as a regular person? And you got to think about these things, right? And nobody says nothing until somebody swing one around and start shooting, and then we have mass casualty in Texas at a Walmart, mass casualty in Florida at a high school, at a Walmart, at somewhere, at a park, at a concert. 30 people shot, 12 dead, 7 over there dead, kind of thing. So people are like, you know what, this is not where I want to be. I'm always like leery and glitchy when I'm outside. I tell you the truth, I'm leery as hell when I'm outside. I am. The safest place is my house. And I honestly feel like, I don't know if I feel the same way like me. If I have to go outside and go run around and do things, and I just can't wait to get back inside. And I was telling myself before that it's because I'm getting older and I've made my house comfortable enough to where that's where I want to be. But I'm realizing that it's a bit more than that. It's because I'm safe behind these walls. Well, safer than being outside, safer than being out there, because anything could happen at any minute. I literally studied the grocery store. And my favorite grocery store, forgot to know, they just moved everything around in there, which pissed me off when I walked in there a few days ago. I'm like, yeah, man, I go down aisle 12 and get the hell? What's this? All right, the baby need diapers. They're over here, and go over there, so big open area, nothing like that. All right, what the formula there? All right, where's the stuff for the pool? Everything, I was in the middle of the store lost. And I found myself arguing loud. I was like, some dummy did this. Why did they do this? Do they know? I mean, I try to talk loud enough for the manager them for the store hear me, I was like, some dummy did this. Do they know that when people are familiar with where everything is located, they will shop more? Anxiety, Anxiety. Mass shooting got you paranoid? Hell yeah. Mass shooting got me paranoid. I'm if I'm at the gym running on the treadmill, I'm doing it by the door. I'm doing it where I can see everybody who comes into the building. Cause my gym, you have to go in at one door and then you have to card yourself in unless that door is open hours. And when you come in, you have to check in with the beep thing again. You have to fingerprint your way in or whatever. May I watch everybody to make sure so them fingerprint them way in, then may I say, okay, that's a regular member. I don't think he would fingerprint himself in if he was going to shoot up the place this morning, kind of thing. And then I go back to my running, and then I go back to my exercising. But I check every single person. Is a man one morning who walk in, and him always did it. And he walked in this morning, and the way I'm walking fast, he walked right past the thing that you're supposed to beep yourself in, on the front desk. Him walk right past that, and he had a bag. And him just put on the bag on the treadmill and zip the bag. I don't know if him did angry. Zip the treadmill, the bag, and dip him hand in that bag. Yo, you see from, I jump off of that treadmill so fast. And my son, Kosi, when I jumped off the treadmill, Kosi was on the treadmill beside me. Kosi jumped off of the treadmill without me even saying nothing to him. So I jumped off the treadmill and clear about 20 feet. in a like 2 seconds. And Kosi was right there beside me, and he was like, I don't know why you move like that, but I know you've been through a lot of stuff. So if you moving like that, I'm moving like that right beside you. And I said, good situational awareness, Kosi. You know what I mean? But me just paro. Me just paro. It's not healthy, but we normalize it. We normalize all these unhealthy things, and that's why people are leaving. I'm not cursing the United States of America. I love this country. I've done great things in this country, and I've had a chance to have a great life here and be able to provide and live good. But at the same time, we have to think about the other things, and we should be able to speak about the other things without somebody acting like we hate the place, or if you don't like it, then leave. You know what I mean? That is why when my plane touched down in Jamaica, I feel like, whew, can breathe a little bit. Feel like I came out the pressure cooker. Feel like me finally make it out of the pressure cooker. Dignity and basic respect for your fellow man that no exist no more with the one day in the office. Yeah, and he's a big part of it because he encouraged that. He encouraged an atmosphere of hostility and disrespect and this how you supposed to be aggressive and disrespectful kind of thing. And don't you notice that his followers are the same way? They're the same way. They carry the same kind of attitude. You know, You're the Finest says, I can't even go to the movies or a big crowd anymore because I'm so blood clot paranoid, especially if I'm with my daughter. And I was in 9/11. I think I have PTSD. 9/11 is my birthday. So everybody know my birthday now. September 11th is my birthday. And I was in New York. And I woke up on my birthday morning. And I say, no, I'm going to work late today. I just go chill out a little bit first and relax myself. This time I'm in the depth program, right? I remember I got up out of bed, turned on the TV, and I turned the TV on just in time to see whoosh. That's the second plane hit the buildings, hit the towers. I was like, that's a movie or them? I was confused, but then I heard outside on the block. I could hear downstairs. I mean, hear everybody downstairs. Like, oh shit! Oh damn! Then and the buildings start emptying out. Whoever was in the buildings, them start. So me jump up and put on clothes. Me just throw on some sweats, throw on the sneakers, run outside. I run outside. Everybody is in the middle of the street. Nobody wants to go back inside of their building. They're like, yo, 2 planes just hit the Twin Towers, son. I ain't going back in my building. We under attack. If you were in New York at that time, you were paranoid as hell. If you were in another state, maybe you weren't so paranoid. But we thought at that moment that foreign entities had entered American skies and they were doing kamikaze missions, like flying planes into random buildings. So everybody I tell themselves, say, yo, I ain't going back in my building. I'm going to stay right out here in these streets. It's funny how quickly we adapt to anything and everything, because as paranoid as we were, you had people on the block that was like, yo, if we gonna go out, right, we might as well go out high. I got some good weed, Dre. I'm rolling on something right now. It don't make no sense to cry about it because we can't stop it. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, Flo. How you doing?
Good, family. How are you?
All right. Hey, yesterday I met someone and they were looking for a lawyer, and I told them I have a family member, but I didn't remember her information, so I did send you a voice note telling to send me her number or contact so I could pass it on to the person.
Charlotte.
Yeah, but at Charlotte's Law.
Yes. So Charlotte is also on YouTube now with her own channel. So just go Charlotte's Law in YouTube search engine and her channel will pop up. And her
No, that's just for regular people. Me need to go straight to our DM. That more make me feel like we're closer.
But that's where you're gonna get all her contact. Then you can go to our DM.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I tell you.
I
I was actually just answering. Me and Charlotte communicate off screen, so I was actually just answering email. I sent her email, she replied, then I was supposed to reply back. And then me look and it was time to start this live. And me did apologize. So I said, you know who you are. Because I want to sit down and properly respond to it, not send no. You know, some people just send you two thumbs up sometimes. It can piss me off, it's a man. Or send me some. I'm like, I said all this to you and you send two thumbs up. All right, F you too then. I'm gone. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to take my time and answer constructively.
And you know, said that's one of the reasons why I'm calling this thumbs up thing.
Yeah.
Because when me look, me see 151 likes. And people, me wake up this morning with a crick neck. And my neck really are hurting me. Give me some likes and make me feel better today, now, please.
Oh, that's what you see, Jerome? Because me not see it, you know?
Yeah, man, 151 likes.
Yeah.
And if you're a Jamaican and you know what crick neck is, we can't say stiff neck.
Yes, I ain't a pain.
Yeah, man. People just give me some likes and make me feel good throughout the day, you know. Maybe my neck will feel more better. Please. Please, me, I beg you, no, please.
Jerome.
All right, bro.
All right,
Big up yourself.
All right, brother. Remember, Charlotte's Law on YouTube, yeah? So if y'all check her out on YouTube, Charlotte's Law, SharlasLaSlaw, Charlotte's Law on YouTube. Her channel is there. All right. I just open up our email to see if I could find her actual contacts on here, but I should have it actually in my promo book, and my promo book is right here. Let me see. By the way, the whole dream of me going out there and creating content and doing all this with all these Caribbean business people and forming a community and whatever, this is my book. This is how many people have contacted me so far, holy pauno. And then when I was ready, and I'm still ready, nobody not ready. So, okay, here's Charlotte's information right here. I'm just gonna type it into the chat. You see? I really like that. I don't know if they say this is typical of Virgo or what, but I have to be disorganized. 1, 2, 3, 4. One of these is for podcast content. One of these is for tracking my own health, my weight, and my diet and everything. One of these is music and music business. One of these is the promotion and interview schedules. And also I have to book them. So inside of the promotions one, or I have Charlotte's info right here. Her number is 954-643-8600. And I'm just going to type it in real quick. That's 954-653 653-8600, and that's from Charlotte Edwards. Her name is Charlotte Edwards. And for those of you who might be looking for a good attorney, here's her number. Put it in the chat, and then I'm gonna pin it and get back to what we were talking about. All right, give me a second. Let me find the chat and put it and pin it at the top of the chat right now. All right, so now it's pinned as the first comment in our chat. That's Charlotte's number. And Jerome, I know say you're there in that chat, so you will see it. All right, we're not gonna stay too long on the topic of why so many people are leaving the United States of America. I think we've beaten this to death now. We can move on to something else. But let me finish up real quick with all the reasons. So cost of living is one. Home ownership unattainable for many people. The rising cost of rent and self-sustainability. Then you have political polarization. Deep social and political anxiety has developed in a lot of people and in communities that people are just not willing. Your neighbors will kill you right now just because you said, I'm going to vote blue, and they are MAGA or whatever the case may be. Remote work is another one. People are finding that flexible employment allows professionals to maintain US or global income while they're living overseas in places that are way more affordable. They can still make US dollars but live somewhere that is safer to them and somewhere that the cost of living, that is a good one right there, you know. Cause I always tell myself, say, any day me figure out how me can make the kind of money when me I make here in the US, in Jamaica, me gone to my yard. Me gone to my yard. What else would I be here for except for my kids? Except for my kids. If I'm able to make as much money as you're making here, why wouldn't you be, you know what I'm saying? So that's another one. Remote work has allowed a lot of people to be able to skirps. And the desire for lifestyle. People want better social benefits out of life, you know. They want people who are like-minded, people who enjoy life, not always around rambunctious or hostile crowds. They want people who are about loving life and safety and a healthy diet, health lifestyle. The food here in the United States of America is something to think about. This food right here, I don't know. I don't know, but I do know. So I'm not going to play dumb. The food here is another reason. I heard people say, not just Jamaica, I hear people say, I'm in Europe. I've been in Europe for the last 6 months. I was there for 6 months and I lost 20 pounds. And I ate everything. And then I get back to the US and I'm here for 4 months and I gained back 25 pounds. And I'm eating the same things I was eating in Europe. Obviously, the food, there are a lot of stuff here in our food that's banned. I don't know if y'all know this, but there's a lot of stuff in our food here in the United States of America that is actually banned in many other countries. Right? Right. So, those are the things people are talking about. Better social benefits, safety, healthcare in Europe and Latin America attracts many people. If you have a little extra dollars, it goes a long way for you. You might not have to go to the Cornwall Regional Hospital. You can go see private doctors and you can afford it, so you'll get the best of care. These kind of things. Speaking of Jamaica specifically, all right, most of them are running to Europe and Mexico and Latin America, the rest of the Caribbean. That's what it says right here where they have gone. They've gone to Europe, Mexico and Latin America, and Canada. And Canada. All right. Well said, them not do it, them come for the freebies, but them not willing to even like up the thing. Catch open, yeah. Catch open the door for the people them behind them to enjoy too. Audrey, you know how it go already. You know how it go already. We could have there said, please hit the thumbs up button, please. Them not hit it. Some people just stay like that. You know, and those are the people who will tell you, say, you know, let me tell you something, right? I'm doing this music thing, right? And by the way, I released another single this morning. It's called Babylon System. So for those of you who support the music channel, you can go over there and check out Babylon System. It just got released this morning. All the particulars were sent off so we can do the visuals and get the video shot for it, which should be up. The goal is to put one new song up and one new visual up every month for the next, until the end of the year. We're working on a project where when we get to 10 pieces, we will start exploring, going out there into the world and doing other things out there. It's going to be an exciting journey. But let me tell anybody who is trying something or doing something, me not try, me I do. May I tell anybody who is trying to do something or who is doing something and you're feeling like nobody now support you or you're a bit defeated because you thought it would blow up faster or whatever, don't stop, man. Keep going. Most of the time, when you see other people accomplish the stuff that you're trying to accomplish and you're wondering, damn, how come they did it and I tried and then I had to quit because I never do it? That right there was the problem. They never gave up, but you did. That's it. Just be consistent about your thing and keep on going. Another thing is when you start something, everybody will laugh. You sure that you want to? I don't know if that's going to work for you, you know. You tell somebody you want to open a restaurant, hear them. After me never know say you can cook. A lot of the time it be people who've known you for the longest too. I didn't know say you can cook. I mean, I know you can cook, but I never know you could have cooked like a restaurant style cook. You know what I'm saying? All you said is, I want to open a restaurant. It's my dream. Immediately they start to shoot your dream down because they had the similar dream. They probably didn't even try and they didn't make it, or they tried and failed. So they project that onto you. You know what I mean? But always remember this. You see, when you first start something, nobody now gonna really pay attention too much, right? That's why you remember the day one them. And then some people will laugh and them say that now gonna work. That's how when you first start. When it pick up now and it start paying bills, they still won't believe in it. They'll be like, hey, I do a little thing still, you know, it look like it'll grow, but slow growth. A long time I do it. It now go too far. When it blow big now, right, is when them same one run in. Oh, I've been here since day one. I've been your day one supporter. You know, big up yourself. It's nice to see how far you have come over the years. And, you know, you go on with things, man, and me like it. Long time, me I support you, you know. That's how the journey goes. That's how that's how the journey goes. So now watch no face with nobody when you do your thing. Just step out and do your thing. I tell everybody this, and I think this is a life message right here. You only live one life, friend. Don't pass away from this life without your music being played, without your song being sung, without what you came to do being done. You know what I mean? A lot of people wake up and them get out there and them do day-to-day stuff. Yeah, the day-to-day stuff to pay the bills. You have a job and your job pays. You're not even happy with your job. Your true thing that really lights up your spirit and make you feel so alive. What is it? What is it? Everybody have it. Everybody have that one thing that lights them up and makes them feel alive, and them feel like, say, yo, if I didn't have a whole heap of money, me would have do that one thing here for the rest of my life. What is it? Find that one thing for you and make sure so when you find it, do it. And do it to the best of your ability. You know what I'm saying? And then you're going to find your happiness and your true happiness. None of we now go happy until that thing that you came to do is done, or you're in the process of doing it. Otherwise, you're always going to feel unfulfilled. No matter how many other things you do, you're going to always feel unfulfilled. So I don't care if it's you did want to be a dressmaker, clothing designer, you did want to paint, you did want to brush floor, open a cleaning company, you want to go into healthcare and open up your own little establishment, and then you had dreams of, one day I'm going to open a little restaurant, you know. I'm going to start out with one, and then you can see where one can turn two, and before you know it, mega franchise. KFC, Burger King, and all of them, the founders of those had the same vision and did the same thing. Start Walmart, all of them, with what Mr. Walters and Wally World is live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
SouFLo, my brother.
Manners and respect, King. What go on?
There, man. Manners and respect to everybody in our chat.
5 up, checking in.
But what am I doing to make you can't talk to me? I'm telling my business, you can't talk to me this morning.
Really?
Like, I tell him my business, I'm not know something, I tell him my business.
It's a message, bro, for all of it. Yes,
I'm getting, man, a message well received, you know, now, Baba and Wheel with a little thing what I try to get to perfection, youth. And I tell us that sometime, but me have to wonder, youth, you make the right decision. You know what I mean? Because you have good day and you have bad day. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
And I invest a lot of money in this thing here.
See.
But where I'm at right now, I kind of get out half of what I put in, which is a lot. But I still need for profitable.
Right.
You understand where I come from?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that may I work on. I may tell us, your argument talk to me this man, because sometimes I say, oh, John, what that? I know I'm not going to give up still, but sometimes that feeling they did it. Like, yeah, brother, but you just continue work and go and do what you do.
Sometimes them feeling they make you slow it down too, you know what I'm saying? You know, push with
I want to tell us, as funny as it sounds, it don't necessarily slow me down, it just make me question myself sometimes, because I know the power of what I'm doing.
No, me I talk about sometimes that feeling make you slow down the process yourself, like you ease off it a little bit. It's not say you're gonna stop, but you
Alright.
might divert your attention to other things more, cause you have that doubt that like, well, I don't know. So you start paying more attention to something else.
Right.
You know what
You're
I'm
right
saying?
about that. Because
Yeah,
this one I do now,
yeah,
a couple of years ago, me did started. And you don't know me that tell us one time, life happened and I go through one phase and that will kind of divert me from it. But me still know say it's there.
see it,
You know what I mean?
see
Over
it.
the years, sometimes you hear me up, but from the year I start, I take it up and I say, you hear me? I try to stick with that thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what I mean? I know how it go. Just go and stick with it. As because I say, some days, good days, beautiful days, some days like, bro, what are you doing?
Relentlessly, bro.
You
Relentlessly.
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's like, so my time one day, I say, all right, things look out better like me can let go one of them job, and start focus over here. So, I'll go tell my sister.
Change.
Change, like I say, humble, man, just humble.
Alright,
And go
so
and do your thing. You know what I mean?
pursue
But yeah, man,
relentlessly, brother.
respect for yours this morning, man. That's it.
Manners and respect, my brother.
Anyway, me there tuning in, see you, man.
Big up yourself. See it?
Manners.
Manners. Yeah, it's nice to know when you put the words out there, they're received. Because, you know what? The whole way a human being, and sometimes when you hear me talk, a lot of the times when you hear me talk like that, I'm talking to myself too. But these are things that I say to myself. You're gonna leave Earth without the things then where you actually really, really love to do that undone, and you just came here and did everything else and then just gone. Me don't know how long me have left on Earth, and none of us do. None of us do. Whole way I plan long life, right? You're not guaranteed to have long life. You're not even guaranteed to make it till tomorrow. Me see people fully healthy and happy and everything and drop out in the next 24 hours. You don't know. So you have to live life every day as if you wake up with a purpose and live life with a purpose, and you must pursue that purpose relentlessly. I'm talking about that purpose that make you feel fulfilled and happy. You must pursue your happiness relentlessly on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? Every day is a new day to start again or to move forward again and make it better and keep going in that direction. Or even if you change direction and start something new. Because I mean, if you deal with frigor and foolishness and you get a new day upon earth, it's a new day. You can turn over a new page now and done with the foolishness. It all takes a day to just get up and say, you know what? I'm not going to be indulging in those kind of things anymore. And then discipline yourself to become somebody better. You know what I mean? Yeah, so when we talk like that, I talk to everybody, but me I talk to myself more time too. So as much as it's uplifting a brother out there or a sister out there, it uplift myself too. I serve a purpose, So we're serving our purpose. Sometimes I'm here talking about how many people are leaving the United States of America, and then boom, this just start flow through me like this. More time, I am well aware that it is not even me that guide this going in that direction. It felt like this is about to come to you right now. It's something that needs to be said to those who are listening to you. If you have hundreds of people in front of you, say something that makes sense. Say something that is uplifting. Say something that the people them can chew upon for the rest of the day. You know what I mean? Not just come every day with the old proverbial same thing, boom, bam, and we're gone again kind of thing. So hear me out. One more time before we change topic. Live life to the fullest. Every day is a blessing. Every day is a gift. That's why I hate being around people who don't truly appreciate life. You see, if you wake up every day and your thing is warring and fighting and you take hours and hours and hours to do it, me sit down and look on you like this. I wonder if this rascal out there still know say a 24 hours in a one day and you might not make it to the next 24. You just take 8 hours out of this at 24 hours and scrub your face and go on like and you bex with somebody and you can't get back the hours were gone, and you're not guaranteed to make it to the next 24. This how you want to go out? This is how you want to go out. I love being around people who love life. I love being around people who respect life and respect the creator and know say, I know you run this. You're not on your time. Yeah, the whole of the power we call borrowed time. And you're not on your time. So do what you need to do now, because you can do it now. But I talk about tomorrow and later and next year and all them things that, you know you're going to make all that. You know how much other people said that and never made it there? You're no different. And here's the crazy thing. One day, that day will come for you too, where you're going to be one of them who said, next week, me I go think and you're not gonna make it to next week. Cause all of us are gonna exit here, right? So it only makes sense. The mathematics says you're one of those people, keep procrastinating, especially pursuing that thing that fulfills you. The thing that fulfills you, my friend, is something that serves others as well. And that is exactly what you were put here to do. So all the other little something them we had up on the side to pay the bills, and you hear somebody say, yes, me into this and me do that and me sell this and me do that. Yeah, which one of them truly fulfill you? You said from you were little. I think every human being came to earth and figured it out real early what their true purpose was. I think we lost our true purpose, some of us, and some of us, we got sidetracked and sidelined, but we still know what it is and are still going to pursue it regardless. True life. You know, you're born into certain conditions and circumstances, things happen to you, mess up your meditation and divert your power in different path, different direction. And don't you notice all that filter out and you go right back over there, or it never left your consciousness? Because that is what you came to do. You figured it out early. Plus people around you always killing your thoughts and ideas. Your brightest idea, you tell it to the closest people to you, them be the first one to shoot it down as soon as them hear it. That's why sometimes it's just good to not say what you're doing. Just do it and then tell people, say, look what me just do. It's better if you do that. Because if you keep telling everybody around you what you're going to do next, I don't know, you sure you can do none of that? Me never see you do that yet. Me don't think that will work. Then how much that will take for start up? Then you have that. So where you going to get the money from to do it? That not going to work, man. Try to find something else to do. You know? That and them the people there, move them from around you too. Move, I don't care who they are, move them from around you too. Move them from around you too. I've been in a relationship before where the woman when me there with a tell me about, why you not gonna find something else to do? You're just wasting your time. Even this YouTube platform, when I started this, the woman I was with was like, that's a waste of time. You just spend a lot of hours doing that. Why don't you find something else to do? Fast forward. Fast forward. The dollars and cents save everybody, including them. You understand? Yeah. But I just a life go though. Just a life go. Y'all don't forget that. SouFLo, we want to collab with you and the world boss. I know it's coming. Just be patient. SouFLoTV. NASA. We're up on two completely different paths. As far, well, you know, you never know. You never know, actually, because Sketel does make certain types of music, and he's in a different phase in his life, too. I mean, I'm grown man phase and in conscious phase, even though he's still having fun with the music, which is part of what he's supposed to do. But we don't know how paths will cross, so I'll never say never. But if I got you wait on, go and wait. I don't know. It will happen. Move in silence till it's done. That's a good one. That's a good one. Sharing your ideas, Nan says, is like asking them for permission to live. Yeah, yeah. Because as soon as you share it, you sure? But me never see you do that yet. I never know say you was interested in that. No, sir. I don't think that will work for you. I don't think that will work for you. I think what I think you would be good at, you ever notice how people have your life sorted out? people be having other people's life more sorted out than their own life. Them can tell you what them think you would be really good at, how them feel like you should handle every issue that arises in your life, and all that. You have to look on them sometime like, you must live a life of perfection. But me know you, and your life chaka chaka, so how you have all that for somebody else? You know what I'm saying? Listen, you see this journey named life? None of we came here with a guide. None of us came here, our spiritual guide, yes, but none of us came here with a written guide, a book, where we can say, okay, I've been on earth 9 years now, so let's flip to page 75, because that's 9 years on one day page, and this is, it says right here, then we go this and do that. None of we don't have that. The whole way I move off of divine inspiration. That's what we're moving off of, every one of us. And every one of us are trying to figure this thing out while we are here, with the borrowed time we've been given while we are here. You know, not knowing when that time will be snatched away even, which put more press on it. So don't bother feel that nobody else have it more figured out than you. Another thing that we do that stops us along our journey is we give other people too much credit and too much domain and dominion over us. You know, say a whole heap of people wake up every day living to please other people, you know. Me now wear that shirt here because if me wear the shirt, them are gonna laugh because them said the shirt have too much flowers on it. You wanted to wear the damn flowers shirt. Wear your flowers shirt, bro. Me now go over this so because if me go over there, you know, me want to do this, but me don't know how them are gonna feel about it. If you check it, a lot of people are living them life to please people who don't even really care about you. You are living your life to please others who don't even really care about you in the grand scheme of things. They won't lose a night of sleep over you, believe it or not. Them now got them bed go toss and turn out, wake up and me can't sleep, you know. What? You can't sleep, why? Because you know, say nans, me don't know, a fair situation just a bother me. They're going to bed, them are gonna draw a bungie. Hard. And sleep peacefully too. But them want you to live as if you need their approval to move through this life. Remember, man, no man have no dominion over you. Okay? And you know if you have no dominion over nobody neither. We're all free beings and we're here. I mean, apart from the government stuff we're going, which we have to live under, pay taxes and abide by laws and rules and stuff for them having a society. But other than that, live your life. Live your life. And that's what they have to do. Life is to be lived. It's short, you know? It's short. One more time, I got telling about the old man where he was 99 and it was going to be his 100th birthday and they were doing up the whole dining area for his birthday at the long-term care facility I was at, doing the OT stuff, occupational therapy stuff. And I love talking to them. I remember me telling them when I go talk to the old man, I said, you're going to be 100 years old tomorrow. How does it feel? Because I really do want to know how it feels from a 99-year-old. We are going to turn 100 tomorrow. 100 years on earth. That is, I want to know how I feel from somebody who about to do it. That man said something we never forget yet. And I don't think I'll ever forget because he said, thank God, he still has all his faculties. He still can remember his childhood days and everything. A lot of people his age who live that long, their mind's gone. You know, Alzheimer's, dementia, all this stuff. Them can't remember stuff. Him can remember everything. And he said, don't get me wrong, I had a beautiful life. I had a wonderful childhood. I had a beautiful life altogether. And I enjoyed the whole ride, every minute of it. But it's short. That was quick. I can't believe it's been 100 years. I mean, I said to myself, say, this man I live 100 years and can't remember all right. I'm not even half his age. Rotted. And him said it was quick. It wasn't quick while you were going through it. It was long. But when you get to the end of it, you're like, damn, that was quick. My time up? Now you could imagine the Most High looking at you like this, right? I gave you 100 years. 100 years. You know how many people didn't get 100 years? You know how many people didn't even get 50? I gave you 100. What you did with your 100? Did you even enjoy living your 100? And imagine you reach all them age then now and you say, boy, I wish me did live life to please myself. I wish I did care a bit more about me. I wish I wasn't so concerned about what others had to say about my choices. I wish I was a beer that you're going to end up with. No, sir. So me learn from them people there, you know what I'm saying? That's why I love talking to older people, and I love working in that environment too. Because them have knowledge to impart onto you, even if they're not trying to teach you nothing. Just whatever I said to you is going to be a lesson. It's going to be a lesson. You're the finest, trial and error. I was too trying to steer them in the direction I wanted them to go in, but learned my lesson. With the last one, had to let go and let her make her own choices. Yeah. As a parent, you'll learn that too. As a parent, you will learn that too. All right. Speaking of leaving and going out, there are many who are squeezing to come in. So the border squeeze is what it's called. And it says that fewer Jamaicans are making the trek through Mexico to reach the US. When I saw it, this is news out of Jamaica, I said, well, that would make sense because it's hostile right now. I don't even know why somebody would even try to do that. Because I was watching a documentary and one of the coyotes was showing how they sneak the people into the US and that underground tunnel where them dig. A shovel they use and dig it out, you know. And the underground tunnel long narrated, like as far as the eye can see, and you can't see the end of it. And the man sit down in there and him say, sometimes we just sit in here, you know, and the air gets a bit. This is how I was watching it. And I say, yo, you can imagine me gone in there, so I reach halfway in, and then me just start freak out, cause me claustrophobic, cause me I say, me can't breathe and me want to come back out. I kill them, I kill you in there, you know, cause you're going to expose everybody else. So they were talking about all that, the people them that freak out and can't go the rest of the journey and people get left out here is what he said, right? I said that would have been me. I would have lost my mind in the middle of that tunnel trying to turn back. Cause me know say exit the which part me just come in. Me don't know which part I carry me go. And me not stay under here so know how much the hours until. Anyway, the crowd of migrants, once synonymous with Mexico's route into the US, has thinned out dramatically, with shelters that struggle to find space now counting occupants on two hands. So for Jacob, a Jamaican traveler who has made Mexico one of his favorite destinations over the years, the difference is difficult to miss. He said that the biggest thing that I would say is that it doesn't look like what you would expect from everything that we're seeing in the news, or we've seen in the news a few years ago. You're not seeing this huge group of people anywhere anymore waiting to cross the border anymore. It feels much quieter now. His observation comes as Jamaican travels to Mexico to be a continues a striking decline. I never did know even know say Jamaicans that travel to Mexico. But anyway, one thing about Jamaican people, them are gonna find a way. Even if it means going to uncharted territories. Jamaican government data shows arrivals by Jamaicans peaked at 16,186 in 2022. That is how many Jamaicans went into Mexico trying to make it into the United States of America. 16,180. We not even have that much people in the country where 16,000 and change end up in Mexico and try make in the US ago. Before falling 3 consecutive years, 1 year it fell to 7,091 in 2025. Between January and May of this year, it was 2,466 Jamaicans who entered Mexico and another 12.5% decline year on year. So the fall has occurred against the backdrop of intensified US border enforcement and Mexico's efforts also working with the US to clamp down on the regular migration through its territories. That's one of the reasons why America was at war with the Mexico recently, because they said that under Trump administration said that Mexico was one of the countries that was allowing people to use them to freely enter the United States of America. So if you were stopping them there, we wouldn't have to worry about them crossing into our country, but because you're not stopping them, we feel like you're purposely flooding us with these people. Like when them land, you're like, go, 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 that way, we'll help you too. And that's where some of the beef came from as well. Jacob, who has traveled throughout mainland Latin America since leaving university, he returned to Mexico repeatedly, along with visits to Guatemala, Panama, and Venezuela. He said Mexico especially is one of those places where I don't feel like one trip is enough. He said, I don't just travel to stay in resorts and to go home, I like moving around, talking to people, understanding the place and these kind of things. Those interactions have led to friendships with people working directly with migrants, including a shelter manager in Ciudad Juarez, the Mexican border city opposite El Paso, Texas. The manager recently told Jacob that the facility, which previously accommodated more than 200 migrants, was now down to just 9 of them. That is how far it's fallen off. So that was probably what to put it into perspective for me. Somebody can tell you migration has declined by 50 or 80%, and it's just a number. But when they tell you that this place used to have 200 people and now they only have 9, that makes it more real to you. The Jamaicans are not going through Mexico into the US anymore like they were in recent times. Jacob said that those dwindling numbers, those should not be mistaken for the disappearance of migration, though. People are probably using different angles, different countries to make entrance from different points. They're just not doing it the way that they did before through Mexico. The people that I've spoken with, they don't necessarily say migration has disappeared. What they say is that the movement has changed, he said. People aren't coming in through the numbers with those numbers that they were seeing before, and getting to the US border seems much harder these days. He said that their shelter contact remembers when the facility halls would barely accommodate the number of people who would stay there, hoping to cross over into the US. Now, he said, she practically can count on her fingers how many people they get in a month. Jacob said that there is a significantly increased. Now, this would be good news for Donald Trump's administration and his immigration personnel, because this was exactly their goal. So for a Jamaican who is well traveled, and this is his region of travel, business and whatever else, to tell you that, shelters that had 200 people now have 9 at a max. They had thousands used to show up in a month, and now the lady who runs it could count on her fingers how many people she have there per month. I have only learned that the U.S. asylum system is on complete lockdown. The wait time has now gone up to 2 years, and people have actually decided to turn back and go home. So the changes are also noticeable far from the US border. Jacob said that he has witnessed passengers pulled aside for extended questioning and others who did not make it through immigration. That's why when I tell people migrating here is tight, I'm not saying it because I read it somewhere. It's something you become aware of when you're traveling through these airports. Even though all the expected documents, he said, does not remove the uncertainty. What satisfies one immigration officer may not necessarily satisfy another one. You can prepare everything that you're supposed to prepare and still feel that the final decision comes down to whether the officer believes you or not. Speaking of immigration, when you have a run well if you're one country, go tell the people them say you are under stress and duress and your life is in danger and you're running away and you end up in the US somehow. Please remember that it usually comes down to a particular individual if they believe your story or not. So no matter how you have all your paperwork in the right place and your story sound good and all that, under this current administration, a lot of people seeking asylum are getting turned away, and he sees a lot of people going back home. Right. So despite the changes, he said that Mexico remains a place that he intends to continue to explore and to enjoy, because he just likes traveling there regardless. Turn on the yard. Turn on the yard. Unless you can find some other way. Kind of safe. It's not safe, but who made it through already made it through. I'm not going to sit here and act like foreign is for me alone here. Some people have a runway. If you feel like you need to run away and you have to do it, I don't know your life story. But I don't think it's something that I would do. But then I can't speak 100% because my foot is not in those shoes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what could have caused somebody to do that. if it run away and left Jamaica, it would have to be under ideal conditions. It would have to be under ideal conditions. I'm not stowing away in the bottom of no vessel, um, gasping for air until I get there. I'm not sleeping in no underground tunnel, wondering if it's that a bear or a man or a chupacabra or I'm not trekking through no jungles and fighting off tarantulas that are the size of basketballs. I'm not doing any of that. I'm not doing any of that. I'd rather stay in my yard and suffer. Yeah, enough of them Mexico, and yes, enough of them speak Spanish. There's a Jamaican restaurant in Mexico named Rocas, and one named Roots Jamaican Kitchen. Oh wow. You know, my idea of Mexico is probably a messed up idea, which I probably won't even share out loud. So traveling helps a lot. Cause you know, sometimes you see, like my idea used to be of Texas. Hey boy, what you doing around here, boy? You know, driving license registration, boy. This car yours. You know, that's what I thought it was going to be. Big 10-gallon cowboy hat and pointy boot with the spur them on the back and these kind of things. And any police would stop me, they probably would be a gunslinger and pull two guns off of them waist and go so with it and spin it on them hand. That's what I used to think Texas was going to be. It turned out to not be that. If you go to Houston, you will immediately be like, okay, so Texas is like New York though. Some parts of it. The big cities are. No different. Except for with southern flavor. Yeah? So it helps to travel. It opens up your mind to actually what's out there versus what you've been fed and what you think. Not true? You see this story right here, so I want to talk about this story real quick. Switching gears. Oh, this is the cover for my new single that's called Babylon System. That's the cover for it. Babylon System is up now on our music channel. Our music channel is SouFLoTV Music, as in one word. You could put that in the search engine for YouTube. It will take you right there. New track just released this morning at 8 a.m. called Babylon System. Go check it out. We were talking about why people have left, and I was supposed to use this because that's the icon that I was going to use for that conversation, but the conversation went well without the icon, so we're switched now to this I want to talk about. All right. Mexico, a lot of black neighborhoods, and I don't know. Mexico got a lot of black neighborhoods? Say Ben TV? And I don't know until I watched a YouTuber named Ace from Miami who went there. I was watching I don't know if it's Ace. It's some guy who he lives the bare minimum life in Mexico. And him did I say Mexico is so safe. You know, he doesn't I didn't think he even had a door on his little house where him did I live in a concrete house. And he was like, I know y'all laughing at me and whatever, but we're gonna put a door on it, but we don't have the door yet. So they just hung a sheet over the doorway. And he was like, nobody bothers me and I sleep safe. I don't have a gun. I don't, you know, I think if they have a knife and a machete, but he was like, I don't ever have to use those. I use them to chop these coconuts and I use them to cut up my vegetables and whatever. And I ride a bicycle. And, you know, and then I thought about how safe Mexico was and all that. I was taken aback by that. When I think of Mexico, I think of cartel, not Vibes Cartel, but the cartel. I think of cocaine trade. I think of people who don't like black people, but they are people of melanated beings anyways. I think of, I don't know, spicy food will make you shit up yourself. I was called myself going to an authentic Mexican restaurant down by the Texas-Mexico border back in the day. I took Shakira there. Me and she got eat some Mexican food and you know, it thought we couldn't hold it in no more. And the food never good neither. I was actually wishing for Taco Bell after I ate it. So I don't know if I prefer Americanized Mexican food versus authentic Mexican food. All kind of stuff. That's Ace. Missy Bram Bram. Mexico rice. Cancun is nice. Isn't Cancun for more like vacation though? Say Ben TV. Banshee says Mexican food is not for me. Moved there during COVID and after, and I was there during COVID, and I found some of these neighborhoods too. SM showed it also. Oh wow. Mexican food is not for me. Mexican food is not for me either. Not for me either at all. But hey, more power to them. I'm big up to them. The food is just not for me. Let's get into the story right here about this young lady right here. SouFLo, LOL, there's nothing like that. It's nice there. I will have to go see. And you know, say it's probably because of these preconceived notions why I haven't even booked a flight to say I want to go there. Little bro, that's Ace, world traveler. He said Mexico is the safest place on earth. Right. SouFLoTV, a lot of Jamaicans in the Yucatan Peninsula, part of Mexico. That's something to know. No real Mexican food, good. Is it? Well, I guess I didn't get real Mexican food. This was by the border though. I thought it was real. There were a lot of Mexicans in there. They were enjoying it. I just didn't enjoy it. It didn't make me feel like I need to squeeze a lime upon everything just to eat it. You see this young lady you see behind us right here? I want to make you aware of her story. Okay? So, this young lady you see behind us right here, this is Kenise Dunn. And Kenise Dunn died at the St. Anne Bay Regional Hospital 5 days after she gave birth recently. You know, I saw Dr. Christopher Tufton out in the streets a few days ago, and I did a video on it. You back your fists. It wasn't Dr. Christopher Tufton that asked if you back your fists, but he was asking about self-pleasuring and masturbation. And I thought to myself when I saw the Minister of Health and Wellness out there in the streets asking the people about self-pleasure and masturbation, I thought, aren't we in 2026? What type of, there's so many other things like to do, you know, engage the public in, educate the public about, than to walk around trying to find out if people are masturbating more and that is the reason why nobody is getting pregnant. And I just thought it was weird. I thought the choice topic was weird as hell. And one of the things that I said he should have been out there talking about is addressing that in 2026 while they're telling us that we're not replenishing ourselves, Jamaica, because we had how many deaths per year and then how many births. And the deaths are far outweighing the births, and therefore we are disappearing from the face of the earth, and Jamaica is being inhabited or taken over by people who are not long-term Jamaicans. They will in the future become long-term Jamaicans because they're going there to set up shop. They're going there to have children there and so on and so forth. So they will become the new replacement, not us who can trace back granny and great-gran and great-great-gran and great-great-great-gran to Jamaica. We are going to be a thing of the past if we continue this. So me did I say, yo, why I'm not address that a lot of these young women are scared to even have babies because them no one dead when them have a baby. And that is something that happens quite often. This ain't the first case I've heard out of Jamaica, or second case, or third, or fourth, or fifth case, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th case I've heard out of Jamaica. And I've been here on YouTube for a little bit of time doing, you know, these commentaries. So this is widely concerning to a lot of people. Well, let's dig into her story, all right? So administrators at the St. Anne Bay Regional Hospital say that they have launched a probe now into the death of this young lady you see behind me. Her name is Kenise Dunn. They've launched a probe into her death at the hospital. Chief Executive Officer Dennis Morgan told the Jamaica Observer in an interview on Monday, with internal investigation ongoing, he said that the hospital unfortunately is unable to provide a statement on the matter to any media personnel who might want to know what took place. So, in other words, them not tell nobody no. It just got stay there. So, according to Morgan, though, he said the investigation is integral in allowing all the facts to be found and confirmed for the family to be given factual answers. We're going to get past all that and get into the meat of the matter first. What happened to her and all that. So Morgan added that the hospital could not legally disclose any information about any patient to anyone. We're in the US, we know about HIPAA. It's the same thing. They can't just tell you everything about somebody, private matters in the hospital. He said legally they can't disclose these information to just anyone who is not listed as their next of kin, and the administration are already in contact with the relevant family members who have been cooperative with staff as the investigation continues. Now, acknowledging the concerns by the wider family, Morgan advised other relatives of this young lady you see behind me to reach out to with their questions either by calling or by visiting the hospital, where they will be welcomed and they will be briefed as best as possible. So I'm sorry, right? Pay attention. But for Kirk Hall is the uncle of the deceased. Information surrounding the death of his niece is long overdue. Mr. Hall said that since Dawn, his niece, who is affectionately called Punky, was admitted to the hospital on July 29th up until her death on Friday, August 14th, the medical staff interacting with her have not been willing to provide any information at all. So, frig what them a talk about family members can come on in and they will receive them and talk to them and tell them. He said they have not provided any information at all. Tearfully recounting his niece's last days, Mr. Hall on Monday did an interview with the Observer as well, and he said that his niece, who was 8 months pregnant, complained to him on July 27th that she was having intense stomach pains and not being able to pass her stool. She could not poop for at least the last 3 days up until that point when she came and told him that. So, when told of her complications, he said that he referred her to the hospital for checks to rule out anything beyond simple constipation and to ensure that she would receive the necessary treatment. You don't want to take any risk because she is big time pregnant, right? She's 8 months pregnant. He said that when checking on his niece during her stay at the hospital, he was still unable to get any information from the medical personnel as to what was causing her pain. Now, when she went down there, she called me and she said, Uncle Kirk, they might have to admit me. Days gone by, and I asked, well, okay, what's going on now? And she said, the doctors, they keep on just coming in and drawing blood. Them keep coming in and pulling blood. Every day, them just keep pulling blood from her while our belly continued to hurt. Mind you, she is 8 months pregnant. And all they're doing, according to his account from his niece, is pulling blood. They're not doing anything else, and that lasted for days. When she went down there, she called me and she said, Uncle Kirk, all them is doing is just every day them come in, them just draw more blood. I said, Punky, I know how you feel, but don't worry, it will soon be over. She called me last week, Friday, August 7th, early in the morning. So all this time, from the 29th, she has been up there till when she called me. Nothing had been done for her. She just there and them just drawing blood. I understand they have to draw blood to run tests though, right? Recently, Shakira ended up in the hospital. Shakira left here and went to work, or went to school, fine. And, your life can change in an instant, So, I'm not making an excuse for them not doing more or what they're supposed to do, but I'm gonna say this. I witnessed Shakira recently, left here fine, went to school, put on her scrubs and everything, drive out, and by the time she reached back in here, when she came in that door, I made a joke. Me say, I saw the man do you and left you. Like you look like you got dragged through it. You know, because she looked way different and her eyes were like really red. I me never see her look like that before. Me say, and then she usually if me did say something like that, should I take it like a joke or whatever? She didn't. She went in the room and she lay down. And is a person where go in her room, go change and clean up and everything first before she would have gone near the bed or anything like that. So when she lay down now, I was like, that's weird. And then I think she did drop asleep for a little bit or trying to go to sleep. I don't know which one. And she was explaining how tired she feel and all this other stuff. Then she started complaining about her headache and constant headache. I said, you need to go to the hospital because you don't look good. Anyways, she ended up at the hospital. They admitted her and she had to stay there for a number of days. This is recently gone. She had to stay there for a number of days. Now the scary part came when them do exactly what them say in this young lady's story. Where she tell her uncle every day them just come in and keep on a draw blood. That's what Shakira just went through that. And me now start get afraid because me I say, yo, me don't want the mother and my children them pass away and how am I going to break this to the children? Because I'm thinking this shit getting serious, but I'm trying to hold a face like, no man, everything all right, you're going to be fine kind of thing. I'm sure she started getting scared too because the more tests them run, the more them couldn't find nothing. So when one of the times I was in there, when the doctor came in there and the doctor spoke to me and the doctor said, hey, what's scary? You see, from one doctor, I said, what's scary? I was like, okay, this might not turn out good. I know, so I want to plan death, you know, but I was faced with how quick life can change. He was like, we've done every single test you could think of on her. We have one more test that usually takes a longer time to come back. That's the only one we have left waiting on. But I'm trying to rattle my brain. I'm going through all that I've been taught, all I know, all my years of being in the medical field. I can't figure out what is wrong with her and why her heart, while she's resting, her heart is beating as if she is running and exercising just out of nowhere. And them couldn't calm her down. Them couldn't fix her. Them couldn't put her back to normal for days. So, boy, when me telling us life can change in an instant still, life can change in an instant. So back to this story now. So according to her uncle, she said, according to the uncle, the numerous blood tests that she had informed him of, none of them provided any results. And they were still in the same place, not knowing why she was having severe stomach pain with the baby inside of her. I'm thinking at 8 months in, depending on 8 months and how much, they could have performed a C-section, right? They could have taken the baby out because maybe the pain had something to do with the baby. I don't know about her follow-up and if they did x-rays and is it an ectopic pregnancy, you know, what wagwan inside her kind of thing. Well, he said according to her, all the blood tests, no results. And his only update was that his niece needed to do an ultrasound at a nearby medical facility. But no ambulance was available and the hospital was short-staffed. Jamaican people are 2026 we know. You see the beautiful young lady behind me? She dead. You hear this? This is a major hospital, you know. An ultrasound needs to be done and she's gonna have to leave the hospital to go to a nearby facility to do the ultrasound. Ultrasound, alright. Ultrasound, Shakira that run this, so I said that's bullshit. Ultrasound is supposed to in a hospital. Yes. So all of the people them were like, cuss me, you say and talk about them, good up, Prime Minister, and them like a small something here, may I beg for on behalf of all of us.
If she was 8 months pregnant, all they had to do was to do an amniocentesis check the lung maturity of the baby and take the baby.
Mm. Let's find out what they did then. Hi, Mama. Eee. Let's find out what they did. Me soon come off of this. So according to her uncle, him said none of the blood tests them did nothing, and she needed. They informed her that she needed an ultrasound. She had to go to a. Hold on, there. Let me finish this out. She had to go to a nearby facility to do the ultrasound, a next medical facility, and there was no ambulance there available to take her there, and them can't give her enough attention because the hospital is short staffed. Three problems in one. No ultrasound in our hospital, no ambulance available to take her to the next facility, and short staff. So, hey, we have other people we have to tend to too, so we can't give you all of the attention in here. Me understand, say your belly are hurt, and it's been days hurting, but hang in there.
Absolutely insane. Pregnant women takes priority over everybody else. That is absolutely insane.
Um, Not only is there no ultrasound available, oftentimes there are none nearby at that particular parish, is what the Buffalo Soldier said. People have to travel miles. And Sean Frith said, good, your wife said exactly what I wanted to say. BS. Okay, so she said to me, she said, Uncle Kirk, they're supposed to carry me, to go to do an ultrasound. And I hear the nurse just come and tell me, say them short staff, so they're not going to carry me again, and that the ambulance is not going to work. So I said, Punky, what do you mean by them short staff and them don't have ambulance? He said to her, this is an uncle giving an account of what happened to his niece. Punky, I said, what do you mean by short staff and they don't have an ambulance? I said, I'm coming to you, either tomorrow or Sunday, but I'm coming to you. Boy. He told the Observer in his interview that this Sunday visit, it was only more worrisome as his niece, who is 33 years old. Remember me telling us that Jamaican people or Caribbean people on a whole, we don't really age, You see one 33-year-old, you see how she look young? She could have passed for like one high school student. But anyway, back to what I talk about. He said he went to go visit her like he told her he was going to the Sunday. And he said that Sunday visit, it only made things more worrisome. Could not tell him, the doctors could not tell him what was wrong with her. And she don't know what was wrong with her. And the doctor refused to speak to him. When I saw her, she was on a stretcher and everything. Stretcher, not in a hospital bed. And she had been admitted and had been there for all of what looked like a week. She was on a stretcher. When I saw her when I went to go visit, she was on a stretcher and everything. But I can tell you, she was in pain. I said, Punky, what happened? She said, Uncle Kirk, I feel in pain, man. Pain. So I said, what did the doctor say? She said, I can't talk to them no more. You go ask them. Ask them what happened to me. So I went to the nurse and I asked the nurse. I said, what's going on with her? Can I speak to the doctor behind you? The nurse told me, sir, have a seat. And about 10-15 minutes later, she came back and she said, the doctor said that your niece can talk for herself. And you not our next of kin. So she can't talk, he can't talk, she can't talk to you. Wow. Following his visit, he received a call from his niece the next day. and she said that she was being taken to have the ultrasound done finally. By Tuesday, it was revealed to him by a relative who he says works at the hospital that she had given birth. Remember, so she had 8 months now. Remember, she have serious pain for days now. She in here for like a week now. She has finally given birth. Shortly after that, he said he was told by the relative that a doctor advised him that she needed emergency surgery. And according to her uncle, on that day, August 9th, his niece was placed on life support. He said doctors briefed the family that she was gravely ill after surgery revealed that there was a tumor that they believe it to be cancerous that was found in her colon. The uncle then asked that, compounding her afflictions, he said, doctor said that they removed the colon and 2 liters of stool from her body after a bowel rupture. So I can imagine she got sepsis now, not true? Yep. Done, which is her, she never recovered.
Sepsis and then lead to heart failure
She passed away days after.
because of the stool.
Now the family is overcome by grief and they're riddled with questions. Why was the family not told about the results from the blood tests or the ultrasound? Why was she allowed to give birth naturally after being admitted for constipation? She push out the baby, you know.
Oh my God.
Was it ever confirmed that the tumor was malignant? Was there a biopsy done? Was there even ever a tumor for real? This is the family asking all these questions. Member says she 8 months pregnant and she going there for constipation and pain. And then make she push out the baby days later after admitting her for days, with the pain increasing day by day till when her uncle go see her and she said, uncle, I just pain. You go talk to them, because me can't talk to them. You can imagine she was already there trying to talk to them, right? And what kind of feedback she was getting, right? As if she was being a nuisance and a trouble. So dealing with her pain, she's frustrated. She said, me can't talk to them, you go talk to them. And them look for him and tell him, sir, have a seat. Come back and tell him, the doctor not talk to you because you're not a next of kin. She's right there, she can talk for herself. Do you know in the United States of America, right, the first thing they would do is they would go straight to, say that was Shakira or anybody. The first thing they would do is go straight to Shakira. She can't talk, right? You, the medical personnel, said she can't talk for herself. The next thing you should have done, Jamaica, pay attention. The next thing you should have done was go ask her, is it okay to share this type of information with this individual right here? You are sure she not lose her mind. She's there. She recognizes who this family member is. She is telling him to get information from you. She's giving him permission to speak to you. You could have made a few steps over to her and verify. You mind was sharing the information with him, any findings or anything. She could have said, yes, tell him everything. Because you not tell me nothing. You know, really sit there and tell the man according, allegedly, because I wasn't there, but according to what he said, and I tend to kind of believe it, she can talk for herself. And the doctor not going to talk to you because you're not a next of kin. You know, remember, we've heard multiple stories now over the last recent few weeks. Remember, I played the video for y'all of the lady who spoke about her husband and how she and her husband went out and celebrated a day in their life and happy and everything and, you know, all these things, and him dropped down and she carried him, and she was the one that had to do all the chest compressions and all the necessary basic life-saving stuff to try to save or resuscitate her husband while they sat there watching her. And remember, that was her account, Jamaica. And she said when her husband dead, or when her husband become completely unresponsive, the doctor came over there and pick up him hand and say, time of death is. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hey, Flo, good morning.
Morning, my brother. What?
Not much. Hey, so when the doctor asks you on the scale 1 to 10, and if it's at 10, do they know they have to move quickly, or they just ask because they want to know?
Well, sometimes it prompt them to move quickly or to look deeper into whatever it is or to speed up whatever process is going on, but it also gives them an idea of the level of pain that you're feeling. Because a 1 or a 2 could mean, I'm feeling some discomfort, but I'm not really hurting. A 10 is like somebody is hitting me in the belly with a hammer. This shit hurt, doc. And then they, in their medical expertise, can be like, okay, go through all the what if, or this possibly could be, because it's only so many things that would have bring on that type of pain. It gives them some direction as to where to go.
Would you consider me one of your favorite students?
Yeah, man.
So what if me just get up and walk up out of class in the immigrant session? One day.
Well, sir.
What you're saying is that it's bringing tears to my eyes. And I just want to tell my classmates that I'm facing the same thing right now.
Yeah.
I'm just lose my tears, brother. Me have 10 seconds, and I don't think I can talk about it before
I didn't want to say anything.
Start.
I spoke to Jerome off air, and I didn't want to say anything because I didn't think it was my place to say it, anything about your situation. But Jerome, it is your situation that you're going through right now, and your family is going through right now, that made me grab this story right here, because to show you how often this is happening.
Yeah, I'm going to walk out of class this morning. I love everyone, but
all right,
it's getting
I understand.
to me.
I understand.
I appreciate you, boss.
All right, my brother.
All right.
Yeah. Jerome just lost his brother, just like this, same way. All right. But I know Jerome always here. You see, when I'm telling y'all, man, that this stuff is going to affect all of us. All of us. It's going to affect us to the point where it starts affecting everybody you know. Somebody knows somebody until it gets to all and each and every one of we. Yeah. I talked to him off air. He lost his brother. This is his brother. And Jerome even sent me the picture of them and everything because his other siblings are in Jamaica, in the hospital, going through the same thing. And show a video. I would have to get permission from him at another time. But we're not going to push it because obviously he's in a fragile state. Showing one of them siblings in a hospital, show pictures, and you can see. When I look on the picture of them people, this is 2026, I was like, no pardon my language, I said, bomba clot. This look like worse than some third world country. And in the hospital that today, man, and somebody dead and just did a shot next to him, brother. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hey, Flo, good morning.
Morning, family. How you doing?
Good, thanks. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
All right, so I want to say condolences to Jerome. This hits hard. 31 years ago, I gave birth to my first child in Jamaica. And it's sad that now in 2026, Jamaica is at the same place. You understand?
Yes.
I would never encourage any friends, families, or anybody that I know to give birth to anybody in Jamaica. When I was having my baby, those nurses and doctors, they were so negligent. It's my first pregnancy, inexperienced, everything. First, they have two mothers on one bed. And when you have
What?
the baby, there was two mothers and two babies on the one bed.
What?
You understand what I'm saying? We have to be head and tail. And I was giving birth flow, and I fell off that bed. And I have, when you're giving birth, you can either pee or poop.
Right.
I have little pebbles coming out of me, like, the little pebbles that the goats did, about 4 or 5. That nurse was so rude. She told me, get up and clean it up now.
Damn.
You understand? They are so freaking negligent. This girl's life could have been saved. I read the report this morning and I was in tears.
Damn.
They're heartless. These people are heartless. They don't allow nobody to come inside the hospitals with you, and they won't pass on information to no one. I'm the one who always call you with the jolly, happy conversations.
Right.
Oh, the little short dick and the this and the that.
Right.
But today, I'm furious.
God, man. So
I
you
have
see-
3 children after that in the United States. Perfect deliveries.
Perfect deliveries.
Perfect.
You know what pissed me off? What pissed me off is that there are Jamaicans who think that things cannot get better. And they support who continues to keep the place this way.
Exactly.
That's what pissed me off. Because it's not even said that the politician or the leaders are not doing their job. But the people, there are Jamaicans who actually make them feel empowered in their friggin' not doing their job position. Yeah, and it
I'm
enables
telling
all
you,
this to
I'm
just
furious.
continue. Man.
In the first place, when you're in the hospitals here, you get to choose who you want in the rooms with you. There's nobody who's going to tell you no, you can't have this person. They might tell you that it's too many people,
Right.
but they won't tell you you can't have no one there with you.
Right.
Some things have to give. Some things have to give because 2026, Jamaica should be on a higher level.
And obviously it's not. And yes, for those who are asking, Jerome's brother it was or is in Jamaica, and it's a hospital in Jamaica that he died recently, a few days ago.
Okay. So have a good day, okay?
All right, my friend.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
She said they were head and tails. Two delivering mothers in the same bed, head and tails.
Like when you touch me when me give birth, much less somebody else they power next bed next to me.
But hear this now. Make sure I don't want a big king size bed neither. So when you do that, lay down for give birth, you know, if you open up on them something there. So how you do that on them like a hospital bed, the head and tails.
That's why she drop off.
So she drop off her bed. And when she pass out, the nurse tell her to stop and clean you. Oh boy. Live on the air with SouFLo, good morning.
My condolences, Jerome. Now, I just want to share my experience, not with Jamaica, but with here. I gave birth at 25 weeks. When I was at work, my mucus plug came loose, and I went to the hospital because they tell me, come immediately. As soon as I got there, first thing, they checked, they saw how much I was dilated. First thing they did, ultrasound, hook me up, trying to get all the Tdap, try to get all the medicines and stuff that I needed.
Right.
You have the people that give the anesthesiologists, those people came. After that, you have people from the NICU come explain stuff to you. And it's just different doctors in specialties come in one after the other to explain what to expect. And they watch you closely.
And
How
and
is
they're
it?
letting you know exactly what's happening step by step, right?
Exactly. Exactly. And also what to expect. So for this young lady being so far away where you can have preeclampsia, all them stuff, no, nothing?
Mm.
No, 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 Jamaica, you have to do better. You have to do better. And it all starts with the prime minister because them top people, them can fly out and go to hospital. The little local
I've been
people,
saying that for
they have to
years.
depend in Jamaica.
I've been saying that for
They have
years.
to depend on the hospital there. And unfortunately, you can't talk to them because it's their good up prime minister.
Yep.
Unfortunately, and it is so sad. And this
Unfortunately.
will keep happening, keep happening, keep happening. They will always find an excuse because it's their good old prime minister.
Damn.
And
So
this won't be the last.
it won't. It won't.
It won't be the
It won't.
last.
Jerome's brother just went 2 days ago, and
Yeah,
this young lady as well, and there will be more.
yeah,
There,
this won't be the
it
last.
happens on. I want y'all to know that it happens on a regular basis, though. That's the thing. It's happening in Jamaica on a regular. A regular people go to hospital and dead just so you know that could have been saved. You know.
Yep, for simple things. But remember the guy that got shot the other day said when he went in the in the ambulance, they didn't even have equipment in ambulance.
Yeah, the one that was visiting Jamaica, right?
Right
Right.
here, we always want to emulate America, emulate the good things. Here in America, as soon as they always have every equipment there. But if something very serious, helicopter pick you up and carry you go where you can get help.
Yep.
These people they don't even have basic ambulance. That's just crazy.
Hey, that's why I be telling people too that yo, Jamaica nice, but listen to me good. If you're going to visit, right, on a better make sure say please invest in the little extra insurance. What insurance name again? Be Medevac. Medevac insurance. Get you an extra, and you can't get it through the airport. It's something you have to do extra and coordinate your time there with it. Trust me, because you don't want to end up in any of these situations where you could have been saved and you die over something that would. Her situation in the United States of America would have been a simple situation. She would have been all right. And I have
Yep.
no doubt about it.
Yep, yeah. Well, probably even where she at, they don't even have a NICU, nothing, so they just leave her up like that.
That's sad. In
Very sad,
2026.
very sad. But we can't really talk to nobody because it's
Uh,
their good old prime minister.
all right, so exactly. Thank you, family.
All right.
All right. And so when the people them when I did my video and the people them who are talking about everything you had upon the prime minister name or everything you had upon actually like JLP because I did a video the other day where I said why is Minister of Health and Wellness out in the streets talking to people trying to find out who jerking off or who is self-pleasuring or who is masturbating. That Dr. Christopher Tufton out the road, a theme line of conversation that and to justify that line of conversation is, well, the birth rate is kind of low. So some people are saying it's because people are jerk off too much or self-pleasure too much or whatever the case. And I'm like, people are dead. We are, we have staff shortage. We have no ambulance or empty ambulance. We have all the situations that went wrong in this young lady right here's a life that took her life. Those are the things he's supposed to be addressing. Y'all remember when the election was coming around and I said I'm going to do my due diligence, do my research and find out what his job characteristics are supposed to be, his duties as Minister of Health and Wellness. You see, after I went and looked up what he is supposed to do, I came back and I said, Dr. Dawes would fit that position properly because he's an actual medical doctor who has worked in the system in Jamaica for years and understands not just the medical part of things, but how things actually run, and has a doctor's education on all these things. Because that way actually require, you know, how much people tell me about Big E, that boy, SouFLo, why you not talk about what go on a foreign and left Jamaica out of your mouth? You never have nothing good to say yet. Remember, you know, I said health and wellness. A medical doctor would more fit that than somebody who is not a medical doctor or even in the healthcare field at all.
He has a business degree.
Him have a business degree. And the people them so gung-ho about their JLP, them say him for run it and him can do it. Now I'm out the road I talk about masturbation and self-pleasure, you know, who are jerk off and back fist while people are dead same way and the place still looking like it looks. That's under his watch. That's under his watch. But you know, I realize us, man, you try your best to save and you can't save, and the people them who you're trying to save, them will end up hurt you, you know, because of their loyalty to their ignorance and their loyalty to some other side where them not even can see that that side is not for them. Let me tell you something. Wife gave birth just the other day, right? My daughter was born just the other day. And the kind of birthing experience, again, that she had, I could only wish that Jamaica gets to that kind of place. I could only wish. We got carted into a private suite, had everything in there, including a whole full bathroom like what there at your house in there. I could have took a shower in there, use toilet in there, do anything we want in there. And then over on the other side is the birthing suite and the amount of medical personnel that was around. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hi, SouFLo.
Morning, family.
I have a story with my mom. My sister is like 29. When she went in, this was Colorado Hospital, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she went in, she was in labor. My dad was with her, but after you reach certain part, you can go in. So they wheeled her in, and the baby was coming anytime. She had the bag. She said to the nurse, "Can you help me?" She said, "No, you gotta bring that bag by yourself." My mom was in pain, almost to give birth, and it scared me for all my life. And then I got here, and I have 3 kids. I always be afraid to have kids back home. It's like really horrible thing people say about that hospital back home.
She told her she should bring the bag by herself.
Yes, she was in labor. I said, "Mommy, that," and she said, "Yes." Yep, horrible. Yep, very up. That was 29 years ago.
And nothing has changed, and nothing has gotten better. Nothing
Nope.
has gotten better, and that's the part that's sad, you know.
And then a year ago, I think I called and told you about my dad. He was diagnosed with cancer.
Mm-hmm.
They said my mom to go bring the blood work, get the blood work done. They bring back. They still couldn't tell what was wrong with him. He was in the hospital for 2 weeks in a chair. Still didn't know what was wrong. Then thank God my mom went down, got him out of the hospital,
In there
brought
for
him up
2
here.
weeks in a chair.
In a chair. His leg was swollen. Honestly, if my dad didn't came out, he would have died. It was because I did call him, and every time when I called him, it sounded like he was getting crazy. And there was a point where he went to the door, the window, was talking to the security, said, "Could you buy me something?" He had the money, and the guy said, "Move your blood clot from here." So yes, yep. And that's a year ago. So it's very horrible at the hospital.
And that was just a year ago.
A year ago. It's very horrible. So just hearing those sad stories is so sad. It's very sad. And there's a lot more out there.
Yeah, because what's the lady name again that is the CEO at Bellevue? I forgot her name, but I do follow her, and I love how she tries to educate the Jamaican population, you know, on mental health and all these and everything that has to do with Bellevue to erase the stigma, so people can come in to get help when help is needed or refer family members, etc. But she just did a long spiel of about 2 videos of same thing happened to her daughter up there, where she got horrible treatment as well. You know what I mean?
And they just don't care. Like I'm saying, how you see in that medical field, you see sick people every day, and how you treat people like that. You can go in, try to be as soft, speak soft, begging them, and they just treat you like the shit. Like I just saying, a hospital, you're supposed to be passionate about people. They're sick. That's why they come there.
Right. Right.
Well, that was my little story telling you, sharing with you guys.
All right, family. I appreciate you sharing. Thank you.
All right, thank you, bye.
Y'all might think these stories do nothing, but let me tell you what they do, okay? These stories verify to others that this is not a one-time thing. This is not a one-off thing. This is something that is continuously happening and has happened to many, many, many Jamaican people. And it will continue to happen to many, many more. So when I talk about bettering our healthcare, listen, you see me? I don't want nothing big out of Jamaica. I understand that Jamaica is a young country. I understand that Rome wasn't built in a day. The wall of Jericho wasn't built overnight. Everything takes time. But there are some things that need to be put in place like right now for the betterment of the entire nation of Jamaican people, or else we're all going to feel it at one point or another. Most of us have family members we care about there, if we're not there ourselves. And it can happen to you too when you are there. And most of us have plans to go back and live there. So if it don't happen now, because you're far in the day and you feel comfortable, it will happen when time you're dead there and nothing still not change. 10 years from now, what year are we in? We're in 2026. You in 2036 thinking, yeah, it's time to retire and go home, and you go home and walk into that. And dead over something that could have been prevented or you could have been saved. Some simple something. Then you're going to hear somebody bawl and say, you know, so if she did stay foreign, she would have still alive today because them did have nice health care what she did there, you know. That's the world we are creating when we start love these politicians more than how we care for our fellow man, our fellow Jamaican people. Me love Jamaica, but my love for Jamaica different. Me love Jamaica, me love the people them of Jamaica. Me love Jamaican people. Some people just love the land and they love the idea. Them love how the flag look.
They like the influence.
They like the influence. Them like when people say about whip on the grand stage. Oh, you a Jamaican? That's so cool, man. Say bumbleclot. Them like that. Them not like Jamaican people. Me like Jamaica. Me love Jamaican people. And without we, the people, there is really no Jamaica. Them can fill up the country with other people and, well, 30, 40 years from now, them change the name, you know. And gone down in history as one whole new name country. It used to be Jamaica when we used to be there. You hear? So, man, this man, I feel so hurt for Jerome, you know, one time, Jerome, boy, I feel so hurt for him. But this is not nothing new. This is not nothing new. This is a continuous thing. And we will continue to lose people because foolishness. Very preventable. Look at the poor girl. She's 33. She look about 21.
That's insane.
She look about how many days she there with severe belly pain, and it's getting worse and worse, and she's bawling out for pain. Nothing. And then at the last minute, oh, she gave birth, but there was cancer or something in her colon, tumor, and we removed the whole colon. And make she push out the baby. Blood fire. So wait there. So the doctor, we did that, they never know about no C-section. If any time to have a C-section would have been in her case.
Yep. That would be a priority intervention right there.
Man.
Well, they say black women are 4 times more likely to die in childbirth than any other person.
But that's for negligence though.
And it's for negligence, it's healthcare racism, it's so many things. The
family have some serious questions The family is overcome by grief. They're riddled with questions. Here, the question that the family not dumb enough. This article is not in patois, and this they normally type exactly how people talk. Okay, this is mastered English. The family are asking why was the family not told about the results of her blood test from the test or the ultrasound results? Why were they not told anything about it? Why was she allowed to give birth naturally after being admitted for constipation? And was it ever confirmed that the tumor that they're saying is a tumor, was it malignant? And was there a biopsy that was done to determine such? Was there even ever a tumor? Her family ain't dumb. They're asking all the right questions and they're getting no answers. Her uncle's frustration now was palpable. His voice breaking. He's overcome with emotions. He's crying about his niece. He said, "We have requested all of those things. And we were told on Saturday that an investigation is going to be launched." Now, this morning, Monday gone, persons from the Ministry of Health reportedly went in and seized all forms of record when it comes to her and the doctors. Whatever they said and did to her and all of that. She didn't deserve to die like that. Man, he said, had there been proper care and compassion, she wouldn't be dead today. That's her uncle. So we're waiting with bated breath to see what the findings are and what the results are going to be, her uncle said. People, let me tell you now, again, if we don't do something, you see, if we don't start, I watched the other day in Jamaica, they had Jamaica, in New York, they had Jamaica Day. Did y'all see the amount of people that turned up, that showed up? Did you see the amount of people that showed up for Jamaica Day? And I said to myself that a lot of these people are not Jamaican, but they love Jamaica and Jamaican culture, and they are connected to Jamaican people one way or another, whether it's through marriage or it's through different friendship or whatever the case may be. We are a powerful group of people that are not using our power, and that's why we can't change nothing. If it's to skin out and dance and wind up to music and drink liquor and eat food and enjoy, we are down for that. When it comes to stuff like this, all hands are not on deck. I swear to you, if we could show up like that for situations like these, Jamaica would have first world hospitals today. Jamaica hospitals would always have enough beds today. Jamaica hospitals would always have the proper equipments needed today, and would always have the proper personnel who is paid properly today. But I'm not that's how we deal with it yet. And because they know that, they're going to give we the little crumbs off of the bread that they choose to give us until we wake up. Until we wake up, we'll continue to see just this. Just this. Yeah.
And they want Jamaican women have more pitney.
Yeah, with stuff like this continuously happening.
Absolutely insane. And I support every Jamaican woman who do not want to use their uterus for these very simple reasons.
Under them condition, I'm
and
not them neither. Yeah.
And if you don't have big money, if you fly out, come over here, the UK or Canada, if you come have a baby, you get knocked. And you have to pay millions of dollars if you have a private hospital if you go have baby. Man, listen.
Now one more story for the morning, and it's gonna be about the Clarendon woman, and then Sketel, and we're gonna be out of here. So grab her from me, babe. Say hi, everybody. She's teething. She just had troop on the wrong part or pacifier or kind of something. Mommy? You're not even see the people then. Go on, mommy. How about?
Mm-hmm.
You can move that up closer to me. So out of the way. Thank you. All right. You know, let me close off this section by saying this. She's gone. And just like how the little girl the other day, and I said to y'all that this is in Jamaican culture that we send picnic go a shop. And remember that one? How we send picnic go shop? Honor that little girl by not sending no more picnic go shop again. Road dangerous. Where you send the picnic them go shop for? I grew up getting sent to shop too and never think nothing about it neither. Come go up a shop for me. Get 2 pound of rice, get 2 tin of mackerel, get blah blah blah, half a pound of sugar, something of oil, blah. We did that too. And by the mercy of God, nobody never draw we way in a bush, cause we up a bush me come from. You understand? So honor that little girl by doing that. And then change will start there. For this young lady right here, you can honor her by starting to make some noise to the right people. And you know who the right people are. Let me narrow it down for you. Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton, find him any which part him there. Prime Minister Andrew Holness, find him any which part him there. You see those two? That is who would be able to take care of the shortcomings that are caused right here. Sad, man. Sad, sad, sad. Close. The phone is not answering for you. It'll give me app info. My apologies, caller. Keep calling, keep calling. See phone the blank out. Alright, here you go. Live on the air with SouFLo, good morning. Live on the air with SouFLo, good morning. Hello? Hello? No answer. It says scam likely. Alright. One Meds, big up yourself. One Meds says, my deepest condolences to Jerome and to everyone who has lost a loved one because of the lack of proper equipment, inadequate staffing, or healthcare workers who fail to show the compassion, the care, and responsibility that every patient deserves. Another thing I'm gonna, Meds Walton, big up yourself. Another thing I'm gonna say is this, right? If you're a certain type of person, you shouldn't even be in healthcare. We already understand, say you're not getting paid like, you know, your American counterparts and all these kind of things. It's frustrating for a lot of Jamaican nurses who have other people who they went to school with. Them go through the same nursing program. And those people took the wings of the morning and fly. They're still in touch with their friends who are in the UK and Canada and the US. And they can follow them on social media. I've talked about this before. So it is very disheartening when you are in Jamaica and you can't even buy yourself a nice little car to drive to and from work every day, and you see your same person who you go to school with leveling up in life. You know, them a build house in a Jamaica now and they're not even there. Them only visit. Them have nice cars here, them have house here, them travel, them do this, them do that. All these things that you can't do and you work in the same field. And you feel like you should be paid a lot more for what you're doing. But one thing you cannot do is take out your frustrations them upon the people them who come for help. You work in a hospital, more than likely you're working around compromised people, people whose health is already compromised. So you should have a mindset of wanting to help. You should have a mindset of compassion. You should have a mindset of some level of love when you're dealing with the people them and some level of patience. I know you're human beings and I know people get burnt out and I know that's a part of the problem because of the short staffing. We actually just talked about this the other day too. Brain draining, everybody fly gone out. The one them wanna fly out yet, them left to bear the weight of. So where it would be 5 healthcare personnel to 100 people, now just 1 person to 100 persons, and that is draining. But you can't treat your own people them like this. You can't, and you shouldn't be in that field if that's what you're doing. Because you contribute to to the debt of these people, you know? Caller, helicopters is for evictions. I agree fully. If your heart dark, go work at KFC with your degree. Yes, don't go in healthcare field because I know that you're there for that. That means that I know you're calling. You're there cause a decent work and you can make some money. But and or the title is prestigious. I can say I'm a nurse, you know, or I'm a doctor or whatever. But you're not there because you feel like that are your calling. The only nurse them me want to see and the only doctor them me want to see are the one them who believes that that is their calling. Because those are the most compassionate people you will ever meet when they believe that that is their calling. God called me to do this work. I know the pay might not too much, you know, but me make it work. But this is my patient them. That's the mindset you're supposed to have. If you don't have that mindset, get out of the field, man. Because y'all are killing people. Or you're helping to kill people. Live on the air with SouFLo, good morning.
Hey, Flo.
We have family.
I called earlier and I knew I left something off.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so while I was giving birth, they didn't even have epidural. There was no pain medication for pain control. You know what they gave me? 2 Fensics.
Oh, in recent times I was told too that that's the same thing that happens now.
31 years ago.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about last year when I was there in Jamaica. They told me that that's the same thing that happened now because one of Shakira's
31
niece
years
got pregnant
ago.
and had baby.
31 years ago, Flo.
Mm-hmm.
They're still doing the same thing.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You see, I just feel like the people who, if you're ready to die, just go to the hospitals in Jamaica. If you get tired of life and you want to die, just enter the hospitals in Jamaica.
Heard that many times. Heard that many times.
It's sad.
That's where we're at. Yeah.
All right, Flo.
All right, family. Yeah, it's funny she should say that because when we were in Jamaica last year, it's the same thing. Family member just had a baby, and the family member is rather young. Not a child, but rather young. And I asked about epidural, and they were like, "Which epidural? Them not them something there, don't get master. You have to push out a baby there." I was like, "What?" A joke on make. She was like, "No, I'm not joking. Them not have none of that. She'd have to push out the baby. Just push out the baby. So all when you catches a tear out, all when pain of murder you have to just push out the baby." I said, "This can't be. Y'all making this up?" Like, no, go and go look at hospital for yourself if you think I make it up. That's crazy. See Malachi there, I said, Jamaica don't do that. We don't, they don't give epidural. So you have to go tear up your bed sheet with your teeth and do whatever you have to do to muscle through that pain. Kind of bring a new level of respect when you see a Jamaican woman and hold a baby, don't it? So why we don't have all these things? It's 2026. Are there no anesthesiologists on the island? Is there no training available on the island to produce our own anesthesiologists? Why, you know, you ever realize that the more you think, okay, we're getting better, it's just something else that come along that make you realize, no, we're actually not. We're stuck right where we are. And people like call in and say 30 years ago this is XYZ, and today we are say, yeah, well, I the same thing now. So I want to ask, before I change this topic, because I'm about to change this topic, I want to ask our Prime Minister, I want to ask Dr. Christopher Tufton, how do y'all feel knowing that these are the shortcomings, because these shortcomings are fixable. Knowing that these are the shortcomings, right? And you're doing nothing about them. and they're costing lives. How do you feel? Y'all say you really care about your people, right? So how you feel? And you know what's sick about this? What's sick is in her case, they're never going to admit negligence. They're never going to admit negligence. They are going to make up a narrative that where they end up being right and it's just a sad situation and she passed. Oops. Our condolences. Moving right along. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. Hmm. Jamaica, we've come a long way, but we have also far to go. Also far to go. Where's our Rasta youth? Them can fix all of that. Live on the air with SouFLo, good morning.
Hey, Flo.
Yeah, brother.
Um, I just hear you talking about epidural. Growing up in Jamaica, me used to always hear most women not get pregnant because them the people when they feel in the hospital, they don't want to go through it.
Yes.
So when the government and society in Jamaica, they say low birth rate. And most people say, oh, them can't do with them pain there to push out babies and so on.
Right.
Them not do it again. Them not want to get pregnant. Isn't this one of the problems that could solve that or add to it?
Yeah. Yeah. It absolutely could. I've heard countless Jamaican women say the same thing. Me have one already, master. Me don't want no more. Them the pain that when me did feel when me a push out for me never feel nothing like that in my life, and me no want to feel nothing like that again. Ask most of the women them who have baby are foreign over here in the US. I never feel a thing.
I hear women have baby up here and said them going and it was so in and out easily. Because I'm so naive to certain things and how we were grown to believe in Jamaica. Me tell you, man, sir, actually are old big and the baby just flukes out. She not feel no pain. But the more you educate yourself,
right.
You see them put your
them have epidural.
And then put your on drip up here and then monitor right through. In Jamaica, them still I tell you, say then they send you to go breathe. And all them things that like
deal with the pain.
I wanna do worse.
Money they tell you to go breathe.
Or open your legs. What kind of things that? It traumatized me for years. I remember when my teacher looked at me and told me, say, if me no want to learn, she no care. She still I get paid. I'm like, aren't your job supposed to make sure you have the best outstanding students? I see me with these doctors and nurses. You come in and we go and go sit down. You know, and all these things, they don't show no compassion. And they just keep on going around until everybody just desensitized, just knows that then go emergency room and I sit down on floor and all them things and think it's okay.
Crazy, Jerome. Crazy. The amount of people when me sit on chair and lean up and turn over in another one little video there, it looks like, it looks worse than a third world country in there, whatever hospital that was.
That's Carnal Regional Hospital in Mobile.
That's
and you can't go on a
hospital, bro?
Yeah, you can't go on a private doctor. They must send you right back to hey, go original.
Wow. Wow. That look like one prison hospital.
And it is. And because me always read and watch some true life story, we just see many times doctors misdiagnose, or if them they just rush and take it serious, they have saved a lot of lives that way. And when me see my brother on a chair, and them most them heartstring burst, and that's why, and them just pronounce it like that. It's damaging, but you know, Me had a little brother, he's my hero, you know. When I worst thing to wake up in the morning to a video call and not that yesterday, but I have a little brother where, you know, you see, none of us really take things serious. We live our life trying to entertain and make sure everybody around us happy.
Right.
And when me see my little brother, they tell me, say, talk to your brother. So a dead body, he might make it look like my brother all right. And I'm there talking to him early in the morning, not knowing what is going on.
Oh wow.
Thumbs up to my brother, you know.
But him
He
didn't know.
numbed me first because I've read so much about the brain and the human brains and how damaged things can be. And if my brother did call me and video call and me see a lifeless body on the ground, waking up to that, maybe my brain would then zero, shock waves would then, you know.
Yeah.
And my brother did the kiss up my other brother, the massage him and say, hey, talk to Jer, you know, talk to your big brother, see him there. And make me they say, they talk to my big brother not knowing that I'm talking to someone that's never gonna hear me again. My brother really stood out and you know,
Damn.
he's a hero.
He was trying to see how he could break it to you.
Yeah, and he did well. It took me a long, long time after.
Mm.
Me there, the show love
Right.
to a lifeless body. Trying to talk to someone that's not gonna hear me. But my brother know how to read the room and trick us, but make us be a part of seeing him for the last time.
Mm.
Very tough. And I try to be strong, but the person I am, it's not easy to just see somebody you love. And me always talk about it, you know, so when you reach at your doorstep, it's not really easy to go on. I lucky thing to work for myself. So me can walk around like a headless chicken, just taking up things and not doing anything.
Right.
Because
Find an
it's
outlet.
like, man, I'm telling you. And me just feel sad these doctors sometimes, if them just take people more serious, rush them. They could be in a coma. Just take every life that come in an emergency. In an emergency room, people just lie down, sit down on a chair. If there's no chair, them in a wheelchair. And a person that you're supposed to be there to work on, they're on a chair.
Boy, Jerome. I don't even know what to say, bro. But you know, ah, ah.
So them say big man no cry.
Mm. So them
Yeah.
said.
And you know, in the Bible they say Jesus wept. That I just wept. I think for the last day I'm supposed to be dehydrated. Because my eyes have watery right through. My brother helped me. But you see when me see my brother them start post videos now of how happy my brother be dancing all the while entertaining people. I say, Floyd, lick me, I say, man. John know yo. At that time, then my face wet up.
Rough, bro. Rough.
I think sometimes we can be strong for everyone, but not when it come on to your own
To
family.
your own situation.
And when the person them young too, you know, when you have elder siblings or family member that pass, you already prepare your mind.
Yeah.
You see, when your mother and father have to see their kids, them a bury them kids, so that even them outlive them own kids. And a younger brother and so on. It's not easy. And then like somebody that is sick, somebody that's full of joy, entertaining, always laughing, and them same heartstring just bust and then anyway, you know,
But
big up yourself. Go ahead.
Along these lines, Jerome, because you talk, and sometimes it helps to talk, right? Because you can just stay there and just run this over in your head over and over and over and over. Sometimes it just helps to talk. You have somebody to talk to, just let it out. Um, you know, in a your brother case, bro, I don't even, I'm not even sure if I should be saying this, but me know you think about it. That when they pronounced him dead, he wasn't dead.
It bothers me, because them say as him show up, because him came in from a party, a bike race, and them say as him come in, he dropped down, and then just rush with him go hospital, and doctor say artery cut, and that's it, and him just left on a chair like that.
And just pronounce him so. No
It,
resuscitative measures, no proper check.
me see them put on some stick on him, or like a tip of your finger, like them a test pulse and them things. But
Then
that's
with the
not no
pulse ox
time for the
again.
test. Yeah,
Yeah,
the same thing we talk about all the time.
yeah. Why? I tell you already, bro, so me condolences to you, but me know how that go already, cause it's only condolences, and that's not gonna bring you through. You know, you just have to go on. Me not tell you if you hold nothing. Cry if you need to cry, yeah, man, cause crying is healthy. Crying is healthy, bro. So cry if you need to cry. If you don't bother go run up and down out the door or cry on the street door. Call me instead.
Um, People do feel each other pain.
Indeed.
So right now, if me call in and me hit certain topic and me break down, I know somebody in the comment section, one of my family member go cry too. So I always try to be strong
Saying.
for my family. And I don't show weakness around friends because they're always gonna feel your energy. And if you're laughing, they're gonna laugh with you. And if you're upset, they're gonna feel upset too. And if you're crying, other people are gonna wanna cry with you. They wanna lend your shoulder and cry with you. And sometimes you have to be strong.
Yeah, but you can't be
Uh,
strong
uh,
all the time. You're human. You're human. So this whole we have to be strong thing, me stay the same way too. I stay the same way too. Uh, but you're human, bro.
I wanna say thank you all. Pick up real meds. Pick up everyone in our chat. I always tell myself that we're a family, and I really see it. You guys always show out for me when my mom was sick in the hospital.
Same.
I know what I'm going through.
How's mom
You
doing
guys
though?
always show up for me.
How's mom doing, Jerome?
Hey, my mom went down for a wedding and she was supposed to return tomorrow. She been pondering, keep on extending because you know her, she just love Jamaica and she never want to leave. And when she finally make up her mind and buy the ticket to leave tomorrow, this happened.
Damn.
It's not a good feeling. My mother called me yesterday and me ignore her call because me no want to cry with her.
Oh God.
Everybody reach out, make sure she takes some pressure pills and them things so she can be strong. And it's rough. But as I said, I thank everyone for the condolences, showing up. And I've been watching the chat for years. I really know you guys look out for me. And me I feel bad if I'm going through this. I'm gonna make you all know, say, hey, my brother decided to take an early walk that I did not approve. Just gonna big up on yourself.
All right, manners, bro.
All right.
Stay up. See you.
Yeah.
All right. called human condition, people. we all we all gonna go through it until our time to go. We all are gonna go through it. All of we are brother and sister, auntie and uncle and cousin and mother and father and granny and we all are gonna go through it. You know what I'm saying? Remember when we were in Jamaica growing up and they used to tell us in a primary school that saying that says, no man is an island, no man stands alone. Me used to ignore it. I used to say, I stand up by myself, you know this. Yeah, them have a next one was say, young bud no no storm, you know. Because when you become a grown person, you realize that's actually true. Yeah, because as much as you go on like you're tough and me don't need nobody and me don't know about no man is an island, no man stands alone. Me have my own country. Me I turn up by myself. That's how you think. So you think, but life is a thing that humbles you, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and make you know say no man is an island, no man stands alone. And that is why it's important to be compassionate. Yeah, cause I told you for Jerome, you know, and tomorrow for the next one of us. Yeah, that way. Let's move on to our next topic. Um, let's talk about the last one. Well, first of all, laugh real quick. Sketel. Does anybody remember what a sketel is in here? Let me cue this up real quick. Come see TVJ do a thing this morning where, you know, I'm sorry I didn't have the time to put that video up in our feed so I could just put it on the screen for you. But my Jamaican people them in here. I don't know if all Caribbean islands use that word, but does anybody in here remember what sketel means? When you're a female and them used to call you a sketel, what that would I mean? Check this out, right? So apparently there's a effort to rebrand the name Sketel. There's an effort to rebrand the name Sketel, or the brand Sketel, which I find very. And I'm not gonna dwell on that one too long, because the one I really want to talk about is the Clarendon, the woman from Clarendon. But I gotta open up my phone. So this was the conversation about the Sketel something this morning. Let me play this real quick for y'all.
So has a bad rep, right? Back in the 90s. So I felt like in the 90s it needed a PR manager or a publicist. And I now have to be that publicist for the word Sketel because people tend to think of it as a girl or a lady who's bad or promiscuous. To me, everybody I've seen be called a Sketel is somebody who's stylish and unapologetic and controls their own desires and needs and wants. So I feel like I wanted to change.
That's the rebranding of Sketel. You're stylish and unapologetic, and you control your own narrative of how your life should go and all these things.
Change the narrative of the word and also to create something where women can feel empowered and sexy and unapologetic and not feel bashed for being.
So we're changing it from being derogatory, right, to something more classy, you know, possibly something more, you know, outstanding, something
more
different.
Empowering, right.
Yeah, okay, all right.
So how did the Sketel summer started?
So basically, I was in the gym, right? All good ideas come in the gym. So I was in the gym and I was like, and I saw all the carnival girls getting ready for the carnival. And I'm like, oh, it's a hot girl summer. I pay a skill and go show, oh, a Sketel summer. And then it came to me and I was like, that's the name of the party. Sketel summer. Because I always wanted to have an event. I was like, I need the perfect name. And also, everything I do involves culture. And I felt like the word Sketel was a dying part of the culture and of the dialect. And
the word Sketel was a dying part of the culture and of the dialect. It's important to bring back Sketel, and it's important to rebrand Sketel.
When you look at the etymology of the word Sketel, it derived in the 1990s in dancehall. That is why this coming Sketel Summer Soiree is 90s themed and taking it back to the roots and celebrating it how it should be.
Okay. All right. So, Nico, we're going to call a few names. We're going to play a quick game, right?
Oh.
We're going to call some names, and based on your definition of a Sketel, you tell us if they are Sketel approved based on your definition, you know. Okay. I don't want nobody come take the clip and say, we're trying to call the people that Sketel. Right? Nico.
I'm going to end it right there, so. Just passing by quickly, I thought I would share it. Y'all can go check out TVJ Daytime Live, at TVJ Daytime Live Facebook, and TVJ underscore Daytime Live on Instagram, and that's something that we used to be Twitter, named X now. Let me just say something. Sketel is no different from the word bitch. Any woman who proudly call herself a Sketel today is probably the same kind of woman who refers to herself as a bitch. And I don't care. The last time I spoke about this was probably a couple of years ago on this same platform right here, where I said, I don't care how you try to rebrand the word bitch, you can't change the meaning of it. Because bitch actually means a female dog, right? It's actually a female dog with a litter of pups. A female dog will have baby, will have puppies. You call her a bitch. That's a bitch, right? A breeding female dog is a bitch. So when you get up now and talk about I'm a powerful bitch, or I'm a self-empowered bitch, or I'm a strong bitch, I'm a boss bitch, all of it still end with you being a bitch and being a female dog, breeding dog bitch. So there's no way that you can change it. That's why I couldn't understand. I heard Americans doing it first. I know that Jamaica take up everything where America put on. So when Jamaicans women started calling themselves that, I was like, damn. Because after that came the guys calling the women them all kind of name. And you know, in our music, you can search back in history and you won't find in Jamaican music females or women being called dirty name. Sketel, my friend, can never change. Sketel is what it is. It derived out of the 90s dancehall. Sketel, boom. Sketel is a girl or woman then that frivolously fling her pum pum everywhere and take hood from every direction, and she is loose. That's a Sketel. That can't change. What's funny to me though is, and at the risk of sounding, cause you know how them love to label you homophobic, so I have to put out my disclaimer. I don't have anything against gay people. If you're gay, that's fine. That's your business. It doesn't affect my life, and I'm not offended that you are, right? We can exist in the same place even, and I'm not offended either. I'm not one of those people. Yo, move from around here, so I'm not that. I'm not that, okay? You show me respect, I show you respect. I deal with humans as humans. Who you do or who do you means nothing to me. With that disclaimer out the way, I realized who was trying to rebrand Sketel, and I realized the powerful platform he was given to rebrand a word like Sketel. You're up on daytime TV, on TVJ, big platform. There's even a supermodel there, the supermodel who, I forgot what her name is. Tracy something, I think her name is. She's like almost albino looking, but she's black. She's a very famous supermodel, like internationally famous. She's there. After watching that video for a certain number of minutes, the whole time I watch it, because I come from the gym this morning, I'm stopping at my garage before I come out of the car, I turn off the engine because I don't want them in there from, carbon monoxide poisoning. Me today I look on the phone a little bit. Because I run 5 miles this morning and I'm tired. And I say, I'm trying to figure out if this was a man or a woman that was talking. And I said, maybe it's a woman because it looked like a woman, but it would be a woman with a kind of raspy voice. Somebody said, why is a woman trying to rebrand the word Sketel? But when I listened closer and they got to the part in the interview where they called the name and the individual responded, I said, oh, somebody just stop the thing right there. So I said, that's a man. Is a man dressed up looking like a woman, heavily made up in the face and everything, one bag of bangle jangle, panima, all that. Theme style, cool. But for you straight women, why do you listen to gay men or effeminate men on advice about relationships and how to be as a woman? When you really listen to I don't want to use the word Batman because some of them have said that is derogatory now and all these things, but at that we grow up, I say. But how is, I've seen you straight women listen to gay men on advice about your straight man and your heterosexual relationship. Tell me if that makes sense. How that makes sense? But that's where y'all at. In the spinning psychosis, that is where y'all are at. And you know what? If that's how you like being, I'm going to leave you there. You enjoy that moment. What I'm going to leave you with, though, is this. You can't change Sketel, just like when you can't change bitch. I don't hear too many women calling themselves bitches anymore. I think they themselves got tired of it. Sometimes you have to just give something that's trending room to run its course and don't say nothing about it. Ignore it till it fades away. And eventually, it will fade away. Even the woman them got wiser and said, you know what? After all, I don't think I really want to be calling myself a bitch. Maybe I was going through a phase. I'm not a bitch anymore. And them change. And now you don't see it again so much. Right? So maybe we have to go leave them with Sketel, make them rebrand it and remix it and refix it and use it till them get tired of it, and then one day them wake up and say, you know, sir, I don't want to name myself Sketel no more. Because any which way I turn it and look on it, that's still the same thing.
Oh, they call themselves mockers.
And oh, them call themselves what?
Mockers.
Mockers. Yes. But the man them now call themselves dunce and all these things too. So you see where we're gone. But to say the woman them embrace these titles nowadays, mockers, mucky. When you go down in a gutter, you tell somebody say mucky down there, you know, and you call yourself a mockers. I'm not surprised because you were calling yourself a bitch before, so we're not surprised that you call yourself anything else after that. It's like somebody will start smoke crack, and then somebody tell me say him sniff coke too, you know. I wouldn't be surprised him smoke crack. So why wouldn't sniff coke? You know what I'm saying? You call yourself bitch. Why wouldn't you call yourself mockers too? Come on, man. So low vibrational though. But anyway, I'm going to let you know with it because I don't like. On to this last story of the morning. The last story of the morning now trips me the hell up. Alright? Them gyal are wicked, them wicked. Hear that story? A 46-year-old woman. I want to say she was from Westmoreland, but I want to say she's from Westmoreland, but she's me and this woman have argument all the time, you know. I say no good woman no come from Westmoreland, and she's like, yeah, that's why you have one. That's why only part other man go down, they go get wife. Blah blah blah. I say, yeah, be a gunman come from down there, so no sensible man no come from Westmoreland. You see up in Clarendon, we have the intelligent men and we have the beautiful women and so on. So we have these back and forth all the time. It's Clarendon versus Westmoreland in my house, right? So disappointed that this one right here is a Clarendon woman. It's not a why you couldn't come from Westmoreland, girl? Eh? And then a big woman too, you know. But hear the story. Hear what she did. Yo. So a 46-year-old a 46-year-old woman from New Boynes, Clarendon, named Martinette or Martinette Thomas. She is now in custody. Police have her. She faces charges of larceny and charges because she tricked to trick or defraud and creating public mischief after she fabricated a story that she was pregnant for 9 months. Now, this pregnancy, this fabricated pregnancy that she did, right? This fabricated pregnancy was to get money out of an individual. She find a good guy. A good guy. Remember the caller we called in the other morning and him said, SouFlo, them woman here, them will live reckless. After a while, them reinvent themselves and come grab one of we. Somebody good boy pick me, and trick we. And because we so good, and them know say we so good, because them couldn't trick the dirty dog them out the road. Them come trick one of the good guys them. She was able to trick this guy for 9 months straight. Me I said to myself, say, apparently he had an encounter with her according to how the story goes. These are the allegations. Because this go far. This is not just stop a pregnancy. You have to hear that story here. The allegations are detectives in Clarendon stated that she devised a plot. And the plot began around December of 2025 when she told the man that she was pregnant with his child because they had a sexual encounter. Prompting him now to fly into daddy mode. He's happily expecting because he wants a picnic. And him say, yes, bring it. And I will take care of you throughout the entire pregnancy. So he immediately started giving her money. Money to pay the bills. Money, I don't want you to work and stress out yourself or anything like that. Anything you need, I got you. He was one of those kind of guys. So the woman told the man that she was pregnant with his child, and he started sending on the funds for baby care, and he did so over 9 months straight. Me I said to myself, say, why I'm never gonna find her and try rub down her belly or tell her say you want to be close to her, she needs affection because you want your baby to come here out of love. You know what I'm saying? Or give her some backers with a big belly and something and figure out and make sure that there's something real and these kind of things. She run it upon him for 9 months straight. Apparently he wasn't getting none from her either, but she was having the baby, so he felt the need to take care of her completely. Him slow. My sister said him slow. And so the plot got exposed. The delivery day came about. Cause him a do maths to him and him a count and him a say, okay, the baby supposed to come now. The delivery day came about. It arrived August 9th, 2026. The complainant grew worried because he must say, where is my baby mother? She's supposed to have my baby and I'm looking forward to having my child. Me paid on it extensively. She should be okay and the child should be okay. She's supposed to be at St. Andrew Hospital having the baby now. I want to go up there. He went and checked. No such person was admitted to deliver no baby at that location. Him say, what? Maybe she get the address wrong or I want different hospital she end up. Baby pain she feel. She confused. She probably there somewhere else. The lady disappeared. On August 13th now. Remember, August 9th, baby supposed to born, She gone August 9th, August 10th, August 11th, August 12th, and August 13th she pop up. She allegedly told the man that her other son and the newborn had been abducted by 4 Clarendon police officers, and they were held for those days captive at a location that she don't know where it's at, and that the baby, the newborn baby, was taken away by these police officers. The police did their due diligence, their investigations. Local law enforcement investigated the situation and came up with, discovered that the entire sequence of events, including the entire pregnancy and the abduction story, was a fabricated scheme to extract money out of Boopsy. So Boopsy got fully boopsed, drained of his resources, and there was no baby in the first place. She was kidnapped. She needed the children, them release she, but the children, she don't know the location. She have to get a certain amount of money to get them back and all these other kind of things. And it turns out nothing no go so. Wicked. Wicked. Honestly, why one time some man heart hardened against women, and them kind of something here, you know. I don't know, I said, damn, why you treat woman so? You ever lived through something like this before? Paid on for 9 months of pregnancy. Oh, you pregnant with my baby? No, I don't want you lifting a finger. Make sure you walk around, get a little exercise, but that's about it. I'm waiting on you hand and feet, babe. Anything you want. You're not even have to give me no pum. What you say? You're not giving me no pum pum? Yeah, alright, I don't want none. Me back my fist for 9 months. Just make sure say you're well taken care of. Your wish is my desire. All bills are paid. Money here to go shopping. Take care of yourself. Poor thing. You know what she did? She made a villain. She made a villain. That man will never be the same again. And no matter, you know what's the crazy part though? The crazy part is he's going to find a nice woman. But the nice woman not gonna get treated nice. Because of that girl there. And she's 46 years old. 46 is pushing 50. You pass 45, halfway to it. You're pushing 50 and you pull that scam here. So she was arrested. She is in custody. I haven't seen a follow-up where it says she got released on bail. She probably did, I don't know. But as far as the most latest update that I have says she is still in custody facing these charges. Not for laugh, yo. Not for laugh. It's kind of like those guys that end up. Me hear a transsexual person tell a story and say how much time they did this and did that to the guy, and they even had intercourse, and him still don't know say he's a man. You know, man like me, I like, how? Unless you had a complete sex change, and the person said no, they didn't have a complete sex change. Them still have a teely wheelie, just like him. I mean, say how? Cause him want to kill somebody, you know. Cause you made this man now have whoopies with a Batman. He went in he must have gone in a warm body. Turns out that's exactly what happened. The person said, you know, you in the car, I always get him when he drunk, like when we coming from the club, and I just pull the pants down a little bit and he just slide in and them do them thing. You don't know I'm a woman. You're for dead. Yeah. You're for dead. You're for dead. You're for dead. Now, a man like me that couldn't catch me. So I'm so glad the way I was raised. I think my generation of men are probably the last ones, because after us, everything went shaky. I think that couldn't catch me. The amount of investigation when me do, you see? The amount of investigation when me, that couldn't catch me. I'm not sliding into nothing. I want to see everything. Everything. Up front. Turn on the light them. Boss. The only way the brother get chopped by that woman here, him the one get chopped. Okay. You have on the air with SouFLo. You be on the last call for the morning. What go on, family?
Me there, man. No. You know business what nobody wants, sir.
Yeah.
That man is a fucking idiot. Past idiot. And listen, me now go say this can't catch me or any man, you know. But listen me. You have 5 months. A while ago I said 5 months. Me I give you up to 6. you can only catch me for up to 6 months. Because by the end of 6 months, if me can't get something substantial where me can 100% vote and say, yo, this real.
Yeah.
Fuck you on your pregnancy.
Cut gone.
What do you mean? Brother, alright. Me go as the E that one be.
Yeah.
I don't eat at 36 months now, me I spend money. You want to tell me, say, me can't even. Alright, you know want me to see you? Fine. More want the pound for the car with a doctor visit. And me I eat at 30, bribe the doctor. I could have even 10,000 you tell me, me I eat at 30, I will send it come. As long as me get the blood clot. Video card with proof, say, you're in our actual doctor office, and him is an actual doctor, and he real. Me didn't even know the city belly.
Yo.
At that point.
I feel like some people want to get trickier, man.
Brother, you set up yourself for that, brother.
Yeah. I feel like some people
You set up yourself for that, brother.
Boy.
You're passy that you.
Couldn't catch me, brother. Could not catch me.
No, don't say you can't catch yourself like you can catch up here. You can hold up here a little bit. A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
SouFLo can hold up here a little bit.
True.
We are human beings.
True. You're right.
A little bit,
right.
brother.
A little bit.
But no 9 months, what a lie.
No, whole 9 months.
And then when baby football, no baby, pick they get kidnapped.
Kidnapped story.
Oh, what kind of Netflix that you see?
And I'm ready to pay the ransom too. Yo,
somebody I hear that, man. So far, I don't. Hey, you see me, you know. It's supposed to have our quote or something like that. That's when I first day mentioned other day. The story other day. It's supposed to have our quote or them lock up or some shit like that.
Them lock her up.
Alright. You see me, I judge and it's a case that come in front of me. Me close the case and run them out of my courthouse. Because this is buffoonery.
Oh, yes, she trick an idiot when you want to get tricked.
Oh, I mean, you don't involve me as a good judge in no buffoon right now.
Hey.
No, not style my career.
Yeah.
We don't know buffoon. So, what you want me to do for you now?
I'm saying just style my career, come out of the courtroom.
No, come out of my courtroom with that, man. Go somewhere else with that.
Yo.
I'm look into the police why even gonna cut the old man too, if he's sensible. I said anything you should ask you, man, how should we? Like how you manage to pull off that 9 months, no proof.
9 months.
That's all the statement I need from you, man. I'm a goddamn business.
Yo.
That means I hear that.
Wickedness still enough.
I don't know wickedness.
No, man.
Certain things I don't know wickedness, bro.
She wicked, man. Cause she knows same.
No, she not wicked. She not wicked.
Brother,
she is not wicked.
When you take advantage of
the man is an idiot. Call it what it is, bro. Call it what it is, SouFLo.
Fool people, you're wicked, brother.
SouFLo, call it what it is. Listen me, you know fool. Cause he must get peace already to even believe the part he said. So he has insensibly enough to get front. So he man an idiot. He man an idiot, bro. The woman no wicked. Him is just a damn buffoon.
Insensibly enough to get front. She not wicked.
She not wicked, brother. He better buy or how he get it.
Yo.
He get it. So you know how to get it.
She wicked, man.
See? She not wicked, you. Man, stand with the woman.
Alright, sir.
Yeah, bless up yourself, yeah, man.
Bro. And on that note, we're gonna left it right there. So the man says she not wicked. If you man didn't judge him, I throw it out in courtroom, come out, cause he's an idiot when you want to get fooled, she fool. Oh man, and she not wicked, cause she see a fool. I guess she give him a one burn, you know, and she realize how foolish she is. She probably go tell all her friend them to Keisha, get one, you know. Me say, boy, fool, watch how me trick him. Me tell him say I'm pregnant, watch him send money come. And then she stopped. And he wouldn't stop sending money. And she just string him. It couldn't catch me. It could have catch me at the earlier part because belly don't start show yet. But you see anything past 4 months, you can't trick me again. Can't trick me again. With that said though, we're gonna leave it right here so this morning. And I keep Jerome in on the prayers and stuff, yeah. So Jerome right as me say it him pop up. Love is blind, a woman, good liar, or a woman can carry out such plot with friends and parents around to support her lies. She can pull it off. She can't pull off that car. If she breathe for me, she have to pull off her clothes on a regular basis too. That's why I know she couldn't pull that off with me. So him I want somebody where him get one time front runner, he wasn't gonna get any more front runner, him to get scammed after that. Him should have made it somebody who him get regular front from, then him couldn't have get scammed. Anyway, we're gonna leave it right there. So manners and respect to everybody. Everybody tuning in. When you said Nia Woods, he was excited. He was excited. I'm gonna be a dad. Manners and respect to everybody tuning in. I appreciate you greatly. Big up on yourself. Thank you for being here. And like I said earlier, I just this morning at 8 o'clock we released the sounds to our new song called Babylon System, which is featured on our music channel, which is SouFLoTV Music. Go check it out. All right, the video is coming soon to support that one as well. When you go walk good, walk good. Don't scam nobody like that though. Walk good. My granny said, be good. If you can't be good, be careful. But it's best to be good. And my grandfather, Mas Clevey, said, I will see you tomorrow if God spare life. When a member say at 10 o'clock, we're going until 10 o'clock. No more calls. We're out of here. I said I was going till 10 o'clock. Look at the time. It's after 12. All right? I'm out.